Ladies and gentlemen, it's Friday, the 666 sex number of February. If it's in German, other numbers are also available in other languages, because this is the fun zone. Welcome, everybody. It's one of those weeks.
Jeremy, are you the number 6 in French? Because I want you to cease.
I genuinely, as I was doing that, I suddenly thought, right, I know German off the top of my head. Crap, and I'm saying it. I can't think of any other languages that I know. So,
I think cease, sex, and Roku maybe in Japanese. So that might be 7.
You see, that's what I was thinking. Because
I'm gonna look it up.
There you go. We're starting. This is a good start, folks. We've
already gone down a rabbit hole.
We're on basic numbers. That's how we roll here, folks. Welcome to the stream. I, of course, am Jeremy. I'm joined by Claire, and tonight we will be continuing with Ace Attorney 2. Farewell, My Turnabout, and this is our 4th part of our first-time playthrough of that game.
And yes, Roku is 6 in Japanese.
There you go. I had a feeling, but yeah.
Ni in 2 is 2 in Japanese.
There you go. Yeah.
Each
ni-san, I think it is. And then hachi is 8.
Yeah, I think it's weird because I think 4 varies. I've heard yon and sheen. Like, I might be wrong, and there's nobody in the chat to correct me, so I'm just gonna say I'm right.
There you go. Good job, Claire. Good job.
Thank you. I'm so smart.
There you go. I like to think I am occasionally, but as I proved by that intro, I am not.
No, it's fine.
But yeah, but we're getting to Ace Attorney proceedings probably between like 20 past as well. We'll give a little bit of a chinwag just to get the old voices warmed up, to have a little catch up, as it were. And of course, we can lament about the wonderful British weather, peak Britain weather that we're having right now. If only this rain can just actually sod the damn hell off. I have driven through so much rain the past week.
Is it because we all at least told one lie when we were 17? Is this what happened? That song warned us. Who did that song? Why does it always rain on me? Is it because I like it?
That was a Travis. It was Scottish band.
Is it Travis? It's weird. Travis have like the number of songs from Travis, like they kind of stopped and they just went. But the songs that they did have stayed in everybody's consciousness. Like Drops of Jupiter is always in everybody's mind. And
I'm going to be honest with you, Claire. I could literally not tell you how any other song than Why Does It Rain on Me goes by Travis. Not off the top of my head. I might know it through osmosis, but I couldn't tell you that's a Travis.
Back in the atmosphere, the drops of Jupiter in her hair. Whoa.
Oh, Claire, you got to talk. Might get DMCA'd.
I'm too good. I'm going to get copyright struck. Yeah, I know. But then that song just becomes "Hey Soul Sister" in my head, and I'm like, I don't think that's the same song. That's a way more recent song.
Do you know what? Here, you want rabbit hole tangents. Here's one for you. So, when I was in secondary school, I think this was like year 9 or 10, probably. Yeah. I ended up going on an ITV game show called Mad for It.
Mad for It.
Yeah, and I
remember that.
I may have told part of the story before, and I won a date on this TV show, and we went to Amsterdam. Right, and we went to Amsterdam for a few days to film it. And the reason I bring this up is because it basically rained the whole time we were there, and the song that they ended up using for the montage video package to show how the date went was Why Does It Rain on Me by Travis. Actually, no, I tell a lie. I've got the damn story wrong. I'm flying high to that. It was actually Raindrops Keep Falling on My Head. So there you go.
That's a better song. That's an objectively better song.
There you go.
That's actually brilliant. There must be some kind of archive of that somewhere.
Hopefully not.
Have you ever looked?
I've looked, and I regret every minute of it.
Ooh, I wonder. Now I have that in my search history, and I'm going to look that up later.
I'm not going to tell you when, but
it's okay. It only ran for 2 years. I think I can probably work it out.
There you go. I do remember I got interviewed for the TV show, though, so they clearly had to like interview potential contestants, and I think it was filmed at studios in either Manchester or Nottingham. Yeah. And yeah, the host was Mike McLean, who, I won't mention that name again because he's a problem.
Is he?
But I was about 5 feet taller than him, so I rested on his shoulders while he was introducing a VT.
That's kind of funny. I was going to ask if you were still like taller than everyone.
Even at that age, yeah.
He was just like, sit down, son. I know I'm 15, but sit down, son.
But I can tell you, but the reason I brought up the rain well, partly, is because it links into something that I went to earlier this week.
You went to a Travis gig? No, I'm just kidding.
If I went to a Travis gig, something's happened, Claire.
Yeah, head injury, probably.
Right, there you go. I've concussed myself on another doorway or something, you know.
Just one too many and you become a Coldplay fan.
With our good friends, Freya Prito and Harriet_Manga Girl, I went to the Natural History Museum.
You went to the Pikachu thing?
Because we went to the Pokemon pop-up at the Natural History Museum. Now, Claire...
Did you get scared when it popped up?
Well, I'll let you be the judge. So,
okay.
We're sort of... I think Harriet might end up talking about this more in depth on her stream at some point, so I won't give away everything, and they also have far more photos than I took. But the reason... but the reason I wanted to bring this up, Claire, is because if we're going to a Pokemon pop-up at the Natural History Museum. Now, first of all, obviously there's like a gift shop, because inevitably there's always Pokemon merch.
It's all about the merch, yeah.
But... first of all, I had a great time hanging out with the two of them. Like, everyone was feeling a little bit...
Legs, both of them, yeah.
Everyone was feeling a bit worse for wear for various, weather-related or illness-related things. So we were all kind of, doing air hugs with each other because we didn't want to contaminate each other and stuff and whatnot. We all masked up and everything. Like, we were good people. We were good people. And side tangent, Claire. Relating to the Natural History Museum. Cheers, Matty. Thank you. So, fun story. You know how you get like tour parties of people that will go to museums and whatnot? You have like school kids, like all in their platoons of childrenage, and there may be
platoons of childrenage. That feels like an anime title.
Right, there you go. But you know how sometimes they're all like wearing a similar item of clothing, so it might be they're all wearing a high-vis vest of a certain colour.
It's quite commonly a high-vis.
Exactly.
Yeah,
or they might have like
a little tiny kid's high-vis.
Or they might be all wearing a scarf that's the right colour, or a bag that's a certain colour.
That, but that's quite cute if so.
I think we may have seen a new top-tier level of thinking. I don't know what country they were from, but they were definitely from abroad. But all the kids were wearing bright, high-vis white puffer jackets. There was like an army.
It feels like a cult, Jeremy.
There was like an army of 30 children, I think it was, just all wearing bright white puffer jackets.
Like a very low to the ground cloud has just entered the Natural History Museum.
I think I called them the puffer platoon because we kept walking by them.
Puffer platoon. That was so cute.
But
do you even call them puffer jackets these days?
That's what I call them. They're probably.
I mean, what else would they be called?
It's not a parka because a parka is like an all-weather, all-purpose.
Got a furry thing around the thing. Yeah.
So we went to the Pokemon pop-up, and I'll cut to the chase. I was very disappointed with it.
Oh, well, you normally give things a decent chance. So...
Well, because this is the thing, because there was talk of, and this is probably me not looking up very much, and I probably could have tempered my expectations far more, but I guess I just expected there to be something there. Like,
well, I think something is not too much of an expectation.
We essentially, because also, again, it's a pop-up, so it's a temporary thing. But if it's at the Natural History Museum, I was expecting maybe, there's, hey, Harriet, I hope you're doing well. Hi, Harriet. But my thinking, I said this to both Freya and Harriet as well, my thinking was, if it's at the Natural History Museum, why is there not something on display that's almost Natural History Museum worthy? For example, a fossil. They could have had like a replica of a fossil, which, funnily enough, there is a fossil exhibit happening somewhere in Chicago very soon. So I thought, this might have been like a little tester thing. Have like something from that that's on display, and then it leads to a shop.
You mean like related to Pokemon?
Yeah, literally.
Like a Kabutops or something like
exactly.
that.
Thank you, Harry. Thank you.
Oh, thanks, Ben. 30 months. 30 months. That's a lot of months. That's 2.5 years. Thank you, Harriet. I only know this because I used to work for a bank, and all of our loans were done in months. So it was like 12 months, 24 months, 36 months, and then I remember 60 months was 5 years. I remember that.
The big milestone. But yeah, it's just so if you can imagine, so we go into this queuing system, which in itself was a bit haphazard. It was typical like random rope thing. You kind of went into.
We're British. It's the Natural History Museum. How can we be bad at queuing? That's what we're supposed to be good at. Hi, Mello, by the way. I'm just picturing you licking it. Like,
hey, Mello. So we sort of go into this little queuing thing, and on it they have. I mean, to be fair, it was Harriet and Freya that noticed this. I didn't notice it at all. But on some of the ends of the rows, like the bollard, where you have like the extendy rope thing, they had like a little almost like picture frame attached to it, which had like stats of certain Pokemon.
Oh yeah, like the thing. Yeah, it's like it's almost like the things that you can slide in hotels.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And so they had a few of those, and then we sort of go through this entranceway, of which out by the entrance there's a really fun kind of big display thing. So like, it's almost like a big forest, and you've got like underground bits of little Pokemon models sleeping, and there's like lots of little hidden Easter eggs.
That's cute.
It's really that was honestly the best bit of the whole exhibit. I didn't even have to get a ticket to get that in.
So there was an exhibit.
Well, if you call that the exhibit, I would say it was not a ticketed event. But we go through, so we go through the queuing, and we go through the entrance, and we proceed to go down a corridor, and down the corridor. And I'm sorry if I'm ruining this for people, but I'm just saying it as it is. Down the corridor.
No, I don't know when you got here, but Jeremy was just saying how he was quite disappointed by it. So if you want to go, maybe like cover your virgin ears.
Yeah, you give me a couple of minutes, and I'll stop talking about the exhibit portion of it.
You can go.
But so there is a corridor, and on either side, Claire, there are, let's just say, there are things on the wall, all of which are pictures with some stats.
Okay.
Now the pictures themselves, I think, were unique and bespoke. So it was kind of fun, like fun collages of like Pokemon and whatnot, fun scenarios. So like, for example, here's all the water Pokemon in the sea, and underneath they decided to put all like their speed stats and stuff. And it's like, okay, interesting. You know, which is the fastest?
All right.
They had one for like grass Pokemon and kind of a similar thing. And it's like, this is how Pokemon sleep. And I just thought, they close their eyes like we all do, but sure.
I mean, but there was that Pokemon Sleep thing. Do you remember the app?
Yeah, exactly. So, but yeah, it's like I sort of was going down this corridor, and it was fun to see the imagery, and I'm sure Harriet will agree if they're still lurking about. And there was some fun imagery as well, like, I think they were showing, like, the evolution of how, like, it was like, again, Harriet's got pictures, they may share them, but there was, like, a particular bit where they had lots of Pokemon kind of walking in a line, almost like it's the evolution thing that you've seen from, like...
Oh, yeah.
And there was, like, different Pokemon posed in different ways, and the Voltorb was just turning 90 degrees through each image. It was quite funny. It was really random. And, but then, that was the exhibit. There was like a TV playing like a pre-prepared like montage of clips. And I just kind of thought, that's the exhibit, and then you're in the shop.
Yeah, well, I mean, the pop-up to me is like, this is a shop, right? And generally, pop-ups are a shop. I mean, were they selling anything unique?
Oh, there was definitely unique things, but I guess this is the thing, because I hardly ever get to go to these kind of pop-up things, so in my brain...
They're usually very overcrowded as well.
Yeah, so in my brain, I kind of thought, there will be something in there, because or else, why would they make it such a ticketed kind of event? Yeah. And I get also Pokemon is a problem with events, as it were, and tickets, and how dumb some people can be. But now, onto the shop portion itself.
Yeah.
First good thing, which I think we all agreed on, was they put a purchase limit on every single customer. That
is good, actually, to stop scalping.
They said you can buy 5 items total.
Yeah.
No duplicates.
That's actually quite sensible. Yeah.
Right? And we all thought, you know what? That's actually very fair. That's how they can make sure the stock doesn't go utterly crazy. Whatever works. Yeah. And pricing-wise... Oh, Mello, I don't doubt that for a second. Like, some people probably purely went there to scalp and stuff, I'm sure. But, and in terms of the items they had there, they sort of focused on...
I can only see 4 items. Presumably there were more than that.
There were more. So, okay, well, I'll tell you what. First, spoiler, I bought some stuff.
Okay, the ones that I can see, I'm like, yeah, some of these are nice. The notebook looks nice, but the rest it depend on the price. There appears to be a picture of Pikachu hugging a building. If that's the
Exhibit
natural
A.
You got that one. You got that one. Is that meant to be the Natural History Museum? Because I'll be honest, I don't know what it looks like from the
Correct.
outside. I've only seen it. I can only remember what the inside looks like. Yeah, it's an interesting concept, having a cuddly Natural History Museum. I got to respect the chutzpah of that. What does it say? Oh, very nice. That is very cute. So I can see that. Go on, sorry.
I was gonna say, and this was 35.
That's very
Which
reasonable.
for a bespoke item like this, I thought, you know what? It's still a little bit much, but you know, Yeah, exactly, one-off.
Also, so I can see that there's like a really nice notebook with a bunch of like of the prehistoric-y Pokemon on, like Aerodactyl and Kabutops and some that I can't remember the names of. There's a nice like what looks like a tote bag with Pikachu on it.
There were some tote bags there. So this is the thing, and you're sort of coming onto an interesting point, which I'll mention, is there were things focused on Eevee because Eevee has evolutions, but it was all mainly Eevee focused, and then different color schemes around that, of which I'll come back to that in a second because I have something to show. And then they were focusing on certain grass Pokemon, so I think there was a focus on, and correct me if I'm wrong, Harriet, Victory Bell, Tropius, and
Tropius is the banana one,
and Ivysaur.
Interesting.
Right, interesting choices.
Okay.
Then there was some kind of focus on, I want to say maybe some of the kind of fossil-y Pokemon. So there was like a few bits of like a little collage of like Aerodactyl involved, for example, over the some very much natural history museum, like a sort of, what's the way to put it? There was a design featuring the building, if you will, and some Pokemon kind of above and around it, and one of them had Aerodactyl involved.
Cute, like that.
There were some cool posters with some prints and stuff. They also had, I can't remember what carat gold it was, but something carat gold brooch, which cost people 150 quid if they wanted it.
A gold what?
A gold brooch of some kind. It was a certain amount of carats. I don't know. But yeah, and they had like I think pencils, notebooks, as you said, and they had like some lanyards. They had sort of like a bag involving Eevee. Like I'm not a handbag wearer. They had some backpacks as well and stuff, different things. And they had what is the stainless steel bottles you can get that a lot of people have to like keep.
They're like Chili's bottles.
They had sort of some of those things. And honestly, like, some of the designs were fun, but I kind of just looked at them and thought, nah, not for that price.
I think no, the picture I was looking at, I couldn't make out what it was, but now I've looked at another picture, I can see it. The thing that I thought was like trainer badges is actually like 8 pins of evolutions by the look of it.
I wonder if I can actually bring up some of the merch. Hang on, let me on my end.
Someone's taken a picture here. They've got like a set of these 8 buttons. They've got the bag. They've got this plushy thing that you had. A book that says "Let's study the ecology of Pokemon." The notepad with the elastic band around it.
Let me just change the window.
I have to say the Pokemon card of Pikachu at the Harriet says she's going to send you some pictures, by the way, Jeremy.
Gotcha. I will try and find those and put them on
the card of Pikachu at the museum is really goddamn cute.
I've got one of those. I'll show you that in a second.
Yeah. Is it big? Is it a big one?
It is a jumbo card.
Nice.
So you can see on screen.
Yeah, you're looking at the same thing I'm looking at.
Yes, you've got like the picture, like the poster thing here, which is quite nice. You've got a nice badge set of which has like
so that blue one. Could you go back to just show me the zoom in of the blue poster there?
Yes. Let me see if I can just load it up on its own as the Pokemon Center website tries to load.
Oh, so that's avians. So that's birds.
There you go. Let me.
But I can see there's also blossoms. So there's like that's why it's Venusaur and Victory Bell and the thing with the flower around its neck. Meganium. The one that Chikorita evolves into. Oh, I'm a slut for things like that. I love a set. I love a set, my dude.
Let me try and make this look a bit bigger. There we go. Is that
no,
right?
No, it looks great. So we got Avian, Fossil, and Blossom. That's a really nice set. I like that.
But yeah, and it's what's the way to articulate this? It's like, it's not to say the merch selection was bad. It's just
found small by the look of it.
I just found the choices of some of the things on offer very weird. So
okay.
In fact, it's on eBay. I don't really want to shop an eBay thing. Like this thing was.
Well, don't just scroll down and you'll find the images without them being shop links.
Fair.
Harriet sent you the pictures, by the way.
Gotcha. I assume that's on WhatsApp, so I'll try and port those over if I can.
Yeah, I thought those were trainer badges, but you can see that they're actually evolutions badges.
There you go.
With an interesting, almost kind of like desaturated, darker palette.
I can't remember the price of that off the top of my head. Also, that's a fun thing as well. We actually couldn't find the price of anything for ages because Claire, give me a second. As I switch back to the other window so I can highlight this, and Harriet can also remember our fun time discovering this. The price is this gonna be the only thing the price is not on.
Okay.
Ironically, the price isn't on this. This was 35, like I said, but this was the only thing they outright had labels around the place saying that this was the price for.
Okay.
Because I could have planned this far better. Bear with me.
It's all right. Oh, apparently the Evolutions enamel pens was priced at 60 at release.
There you go. So I've got like, I'm a lanyard guy, so I've got some lanyards. Like this is an Ivysaur one. It's pink themed.
That's nice.
It's got like it's got like a little Pokeball thingy there, which won't turn around the right way. There you go.
Get out of my lanyard, you
But
kids.
the price.
Yes.
See if you can see where the price is on that.
Okay, hang on.
Hang on, play a game. So.
Oh my god, you're gonna have to send me a pic. Oh no, I see it. Just above the thing there. Yeah, £8.
But if you're just like casually looking.
Yeah, it's the thing is though, Jeremy, I kind of feel them on this because you've sold stuff at shows and you know that you could have a price on every single freaking thing. You could have several prices on it and people will still hold it up and go, how much is this? To the point where you're just like, do I even bother? Do I even bother? You know, and it's almost like that price is on there for their reference, not for the customer. We're gonna have to tell the customer anyway, so who cares?
Harry just sent me a menagerie of pictures, which is wonderful. Let me see if I can somehow.
Not the word for that.
It is
menagerie is for animals.
It is.
Maybe you meant menage? I don't know. A melange?
Is there another way I can port these over? I'll try and get them. I'll try and port them over if I can. Or Harriet, to be a right pain in the butt, if you can send them
to me and I'll send them on Discord.
If you can send them to me on Disco or something, Harriet, I'll try and work it. Like, I could try and make this work.
He'll put that thing down, flip it, and reverse it.
There you go. But
Sorry, I've had that fucking song in my head for days.
And Harriet, the amount of pictures you sent me, by the way, it's so freaking. In fact, you know what I'll do? Let me just hold it up to the screen. I'll make this work. Hang on.
But turn the brightness down on your phone, otherwise the screen won't pick it up. I know this from Harriet's gonna send it to Discord because she's a good bean.
So there's like.
Oh yeah.
It's like a sort of Pikachu fossil bag.
Yeah, that's not the one I found online. What's the lanyard there? Is that a Pikachu one or?
That is. I think I've got that in my bag actually. Spoiler. So I can.
Oh, okay.
So that was like some of the Eevee base bits.
Welcome to the stream where we hold up phones to each other. I'm not complaining, I just think it's really funny.
They had, this is like the same bag design, the design for the Eevee thing, but like the thing.
I love this shit. See, when I used to make t-shirts, this is the kind of shit I was always trying to aim for. I loved, you know this, right? You remember when in Final Fantasy X, all of the Blitzball teams have logos, right? And because they are made by Japanese people who don't speak English as a first language, the letters are all skewed and stretched in such a way that they're almost unreadable, you know, because we know in like instinctively how much you can pull and stretch a letter before it becomes unreadable. But if you're doing it in a different language, it's harder. So occasionally you'll look and be like, oh yeah, that does say Ronso Fangs, or that does say Besaidorox. But I just really like how you can glance at something and think, cool design. Then later you're like, it's a nerd thing.
Harriet, you are a legend. Thank you. I shall try and download these all now.
The legend of Harriet _ Mandigo. Jeremy, I was at an old folks home for a do the other day and I said the windows are really clean. And then I looked and there was a CD by George Formby. I was like, oh, that'll be why. And then everyone looked at me and I was like, I think the joke for that has fallen literally between the generations. Like, no one my age is going to get it. No one their age is going to get it.
But if you keep seeing a if you keep seeing a pop-up on Claire's screen, folks, it's me downloading the photos that Harriet sent me, so don't mind me. But also, Harry, your photos are damn good. Like, I knew you were taking loads of photos. These have come out super well.
Harriet's good at taking photos. This is brand new information.
Well, not peek behind the curtain. Harriet was testing some new tech at this event as well.
Oh, okay. Did she have a drone?
Not telling.
Oh, you had a drone?
No, absolutely not. Hang on.
No, I have to say they probably wouldn't have allowed a drone inside. Harriet's VTech just kicked in.
Can you imagine if right, I think that's all of it. There was a
Can you imagine if
inside.
Everybody's drones were up and they were just like smashing each other out of the air like robot wars, like actual literal robot wars.
Right, let me see if I can make this appear how I want to. Please bear with me, please.
There's a bear with you.
Please. Right, I can do it this way. Okay, I think I can make this work. So,
if you did take me off the screen, go for it.
No. If anything, this helps. So, yeah, so I was just expecting more with this pop-up in general, and again, that's probably my expectation of what this was probably going to be.
So you wanted more that wasn't like centered on merch, is that what you're saying?
I thought there could have been some really fun opportunities to show off some unique natural history museum-y stuff, as it were.
Okay. I guess, is it traveling? Because maybe they didn't want to make too much stuff bespoke if it's traveling.
I don't think it is. I mean, seemingly, like, a bunch of the merch is going to be available elsewhere as well eventually. So
I just actually, there's a link you can click on and to go to the Natural History Museum's online store, because they said there's going to be some stuff available, and there's just a big message going, it's gone. Go to the museum or bugger off, basically. And I was like, they're like, stop asking us, we don't have any.
I am nearly there, folks. Bear with me. But now, this being said, and I want to temper this, I also appreciate that there is merch there that look cool, and if it had been cheaper, I might have got some more. So how much did your lanyard thing, including the thing, was £8. Those Eevee badges were, or those brooches, whatever, were like 60 quid. The plushie 35, which for the size of it, not bad. The big high ticket brooch that I mentioned was like 150 or whatever it was.
Yeah, what was it a brooch of? Was it Pikachu?
I think it was just like a couple of Pokemon on it, just like a sort of design.
Okay.
I'm doing a very good job. I'm doing a very good job of selling this at the moment.
No, I mean it's absolutely fine if you had, but you said yourself earlier on that you don't get to a lot of these.
Yeah.
So
right,
possibly if you went to more of these, you would have had a better expectation, more accurate expectation of what was going to be there. Do you know what I mean?
Indeed. And also, I'm just going to correct this box being weirdly shaped.
It's part of the reason why I've never really kind of been that into it, because I'm just like, it's gonna be really, really busy and bleh.
Harry, these photos have come out super well. So here's like how some of the Eevee stuff was looking.
Yep. You took a picture of that. Wasn't the same t-shirt you took a picture of?
That's the same t-shirt, but that's the front of it, and then the bigger designs on the back.
Right, got you.
And the thing on the bottom was the kind of handbag thing that I mentioned.
That's a handbag. How's that?
It doesn't look it, but it is.
Is it upright? Like almost
it is,
like
it's upright. So the main design is landscape, which is weird.
Got you.
Then if I switch to the next window,
it's 24 karat gold plated. That thing, by the way.
There you go. That's probably why it was that much money then.
But it's weird because it's like it's not gold. It's still got enamel on it.
Right.
And I'm almost like, if you're gonna make something gold, just make it gold. It's meant to look like a book. Yeah, that makes sense. I still would have liked it sideways.
So then you've got so if we go from top left to right, you've got a notebook, you've got like the stainless steel bottle thing, you've got a poster of that Eevee print design.
Yep.
And then you've got the tote bag, then you've got the lanyard, you've got...
Is that pencils? I can see that.
You've got pencils, you've got the notebook again, you've got a little keychain at the top, and then you've got the bottle and the bag once again.
Yeah. Well, that's a different colour bag. That's the purple one.
There you go. And then that's the two sides of the shirt.
What's the thing at the bottom there? The little packets. Do you remember?
That... I will show you that. I will show you that in a few minutes. Spoiler, okay. I bought one.
More bottles. Those aren't Chili's bottles. I don't know. They're almost like thermoses, aren't they?
Yeah, yeah, quite possibly.
Chili's bottles are the ones that kind of taper slightly and then have the lid that's like humped rounded. This one's slightly different. It's almost like a camping thermos.
And then here's
that's the bag. That's the bag I kept seeing on the website.
So yeah, this Pikachu bag, of all the tote bags, if I had got one, this probably would have been the one I got.
It's the only one that shows up on like they only seem to feature like 4 or 5 things, and this is one of them.
So I believe there was one with... Let me go. Just focus on my screen. Like the design of that Ivy saw on my lanyard thing. I think they had that on a tote bag. That little design. Catch making an appearance.
She's okay. She's just a bit stiff, I think. Yes, that's the 60 quid ones.
Yeah. Which
she got Vaporeon, Espeon, Flareon, no, Jolteon.
In theory, it's the evolutions. In theory.
No, I'm trying to work out what they are. So the top one's Vaporeon. Then it's, if you go up so across the top, we got Vaporeon, Jolteon, Leafeon, Flareon. Then you've got Espeon, Umbreon, Glaceon, and Sylveon. Is that all of them?
Yep.
Yeah, because it's 9 including Eevee, right?
For
so
now.
It's 8 without Eevee. they can't. I've actually read up quite a lot on this. They can't actually add any more.
Right.
People are all like, because it's been going on for like 40 years and they've already got so much issue balancing everything as it is. Yeah, that's the 24 karat gold.
Yeah.
Interesting choice. Yeah, so you've got Tropius, you've got Butterfree, Aerodactyl, Vivillon, Oddish, what is that?
The one before
that shell.
The one before Archeops and Omanite.
Oh, it's Archeops. Archeops I'm not as familiar with.
I think it is anyway.
No, I think you're right. There is a whole swathe of Pokemon I'm not familiar with because there are so many.
And then this was the...
Oh, that's the same Pokemon that's on the badge, but on a bag.
So that design that was on the brooch was also used on this, on a t-shirt as well. And
I was like, who would wear that brooch?
These down here was like a postcard set of like the designs of, say, the Ivysaur and other bits and bobs.
Yeah.
So some of those I can.
What are they? Sorry, are they
postcards? And you can also get like a.
Oh, they're postcards.
You can get an A4 poster equivalent set as well, I think, if I remember correctly. This was a notebook.
Oh, that's
as well.
nice. That's the notebook that they keep showing. That thing with the sail on its head, that's a pretty Pokemon. I do not know what that one is.
I'm unfamiliar with it, admittedly. It's sort of one of those ones.
It's cute, though.
And it's funny, actually, looking back at these pictures, I might have been a little bit harsh on what was available, because I'm looking going, actually, that's kind of
The thing is, I think if you were going there expecting a museum exhibit, you were going to be disappointed. But actually, merch-wise, there's a lot here.
Oh, that's the thing. Not to say there wasn't a lot. I should clarify that. But very much, I guess I was just expecting something different. Is the way I'll sum it up.
And that's fair enough. But you have to admit that you admitted that you don't really go to these very often.
Oh, no, exactly.
And I think people who do go to these often would probably be the first to say this is kind of what they're all about. You know, it's a case of, and why do they ticket it? Because they're trying to create scarcity. You know how this happens.
Oh, absolutely, yeah. And
you're trying to whip up further. Oh, show me the pretty card.
I'll tell you, it was pure potluck. I happened to get a booking for this as well. It was like, I'll try. Happened to get one.
Yeah.
So what is this little doohickey, you are wondering?
Oh, is it like a little card wallet?
What could it be?
Is it a credit card holder?
It is.
Was I right? Yeah.
Yeah.
Cool.
So you can hold 3 cards in there.
Cool. So choose wisely.
And in fairness, like, this was a tenner. So
yeah.
In terms of like,
yeah, it's nice. It's nice.
And also, it's hard to show on here, but it's ever so slightly magnetic.
Yes, I can see.
There's a slight bit of magnetism.
Stop it, Katya.
Yeah, Katya, this is our time.
Good girl. Good girl.
So the next thing...
I was walking her home Jeremy, I was walking her home yesterday and it was super cold. I have to admit, it hasn't been that rainy up here, but it has been, the wind has been bitter.
Yeah.
Like, so it's been about 3 or 4 degrees Celsius, but the wind has been making it freezing. And I walked out of my office yesterday and I was walking down the road with Katya and I had several coats for her in my bag. And I was just like, I got blasted in the face by the wind. I was just like, you know what? No. And I had to like duck into a little alcove and wriggle her into like her little ghost pajamas because I was like, it's really cold and you have no clothes on.
Well, I've just seen I've got a few more pictures from Harriet, so I'll quickly download those as well.
Okay.
To show some more of the tote bags for you as well.
Tote bags.
Totes are good.
I've got food arriving. Let me just keep an eye on when
Very well.
No, it's fine. I just want to check when it's going to be here.
So if I do this,
we saw that out, didn't we?
Here's the next picture from Harriet Chan. So you can get pin badges of those 4 designs.
Excuse me.
I think they were pin badges.
I just realised I forgot to take my flipping medication today. Take your meds, people at home. Take your meds. I forgot to take mine today.
Then we've got here are like the tote bag forms of these.
Yeah, tote bag forms. Regional forms, tote bag.
There you go. I do like for want of a better phrase, I like the pink trim on the Ivysaur one.
I like the fact that the colour, there's different coloured handles on them. That's very cool.
And then this is like something like how like the design of the pop-up.
I like the things that are like a cameo, like a cameo portrait.
Yeah.
That's quite nice. It's clear that they've actually vaguely kind of Melu's saying there that apparently some people's fan designs online are so close to ones they may have done that they cancelled them. Is that how could that be verified? Did Pokemon come out and say that? Because it seems unlikely that.
I think they announced a bunch of the merch that was going to be available. Oh, the doorbell's gone. Well, folks, while we're here, I'll show you. I also got I was in a bit of a lanyard frenzy, put it that way. But I got another lanyard. This time here is the black design, as it were. And it has that image as like a little placeholder card. And the cool thing, and Harriet pointed this out to me, as did Freya, but the cool thing about these lanyards is in terms of how you replace your card, if I can get it to open up, which I 100% can't now, but you sort of just pop it out. Oh, hang on, I know why, because they told me this. You got to take this out. Wait for it. You got to take this bit out, as so. Then you can replace, as so. There you go. But yeah, just lanyards are cool, and for all like the sort of convention-y bits, that was my thinking. Go to a few events here and there. Be nice to have just different few choices of lanyards. And there's another thing I will show off in a second, because there is a reason that Claire will find out. So look, okay, mini spoiler, folks, and I'll show Claire. But there was an Eevee version. I may have got one for Claire. That was my 5th item, so to speak. So I'll show that off in a second. Guess I'll be giving this to Claire. This is the plan. And I expect them to rock it at all manner of events. As I whisper, thinking that Claire probably can't hear me. But what if they can? Claire, can you hear me? Good, they can't. Excellent. The Domino. So Claire, there's one more thing I want to show you.
Okay.
And no spoilers, please, if you're in the chat, because I have shown you already briefly. But Claire, there was
okay.
But it's I went on a bit of a lanyard frenzy. But I decided. You sent another photo. I'll look at it in a second, Harriet. I decided you need a new lanyard in your life.
Me?
Yes.
Okay.
So I got you the Eevee themed one.
For me?
For you, yep. So you'll be having that coming your way. It's got you get a fun little design on there.
Oh, that's lovely.
And it's got a little Eevee on the end there.
Oh, Jeremy, you didn't have to get me anything. That's really sweet of you. Thank you.
Just a little something, you know.
Oh.
You put up with me, Claire, you put up with me so much. You deserve something once in a while from me.
You have it backwards, my friend. You had to put up with me on a bus with my dog with a backpack, and I was just there like, it's fine, I can join the stream, then nothing could go wrong, it'll be alright. And you're just like, everyone, Felf is insisting on joining the stream.
And then of course the final item that I got as part of this is one per person or per transaction, but given everyone was limited to 5 items total.
Surely everything was one per person, but okay.
In theory, but yes, the Jumbo Pikachu at the museum card.
Yay! Oh, it's so cute. It's like my Koraidon. I think my Koraidon might be bigger, actually. Look at him. Is that an Aerodactyl skeleton?
So I think so. Yeah.
I think it might be actually.
The big sort of skeleton they've got at the front of the museum. They sort of in essence replaced that in that image. Have you ever been to a natural history museum?
Isn't it? What is it? Is it a whale? I want to say it's a whale.
It's me when I've gone to bed very late. I'll tell you what it is.
Jeremy goes to bed really late and suddenly just becomes bones, and I'm like, oh god.
And the other technically I bought one more thing, which I went over a few more items than I should have done, and technically, I bought a natural history museum bag because it was waterproof.
Good call, Jack. Good call. I need to go and quickly grab one tiny thing, and I'll be right back.
You go for it, because I then went to the football, so it was fun to navigate all of this.
Surprising no one.
What, the navigating part, or me going to the football?
Going to the football. Like, one of the jokes I said yesterday on the stream, I don't know if it came through, you were like, why does everyone keep making e-football? I was like, that's just the noise Jeremy makes when he goes to a game.
Oh, Harry, that's a great photo.
What was the last photo she sent?
Harry, are you cool with me sharing that? And should we check in with Mel as well to make sure they're cool with me sharing it? Or if not, I'll share it privately. It's okay.
Sending you nudes? I think if she didn't want you to show it, she wouldn't have sent it.
Fair dues.
Because she knows you're showing them. There you go, do it. Melu, you don't get a say. No, not you, Mel. Sorry, to clarify, Freya
Parito, I should say, sorry.
Confusingly enough.
I can do it, can I? Cool.
Harriet says you can.
Alright, cool. I have official permission.
Mel's like, I don't know why you're asking me, but I'm gonna say yes. And I'm like, that's great.
So, little photo of us three together.
As the only Mel here, I'm saying do it.
So it is a little photo of us 3 together.
As the Mel presentative. Oh, look at you cuties.
There we go.
That reminds me of a classic photo I have where it's also a dear photo I have of a friend who's now passed away. We went to a Chinese restaurant to buy a loaf of bread. No, we didn't. We went to a Chinese restaurant at Expo. And it was me, Keith, a few other people. Lynn was there, you were there, and we had Jeremy kneel down, and the rest of us were standing. Then we got him to put his hood up, and it was like pointed like this. So he's just there like, and we're like, Jeremy the gnome. It's a great photo. I'll have to find it at some point. I'll probably put it in the chat.
If I could find it, and I've never gone on Facebook.
It's on my Facebook.
Well, I was going to say, if I could find it, I think my greatest ever photo is the one It was from a convention at Warwick where I'm holding like a keg, and in perspective it looks like a normal size can, and there's Keith and Christian just being like, ooh.
Yes. Oh yes, no, I do remember that photo.
To me, that's still one of my greatest photos.
Keith doing his like, oh, kind of thing.
But yeah, so
that was wonderful. I mean, despite the fact that it maybe wasn't exactly what you wanted, you had a great day with your pals.
This is the thing, and it's like, and looking back on it, it's like, you know what? Actually, at the time, I was maybe a bit down on the selection of stuff, but looking back, it is actually kind of nice designs and stuff. And I'm happy with what I got.
Stuff. And I think a lot of it came from, like you said, you had expectations that were based on your assumptions.
Yeah.
That's not bad. It's just I think if you'd gone in there knowing vaguely more what was going to be there and what wasn't, you may have been less disappointed. That's the same for anything, really, isn't it?
Yeah, I think if it had been advertised as a Pokemon pop-up store, then
was it not?
It was just called the Pokemon pop-up. That was it.
I mean, I've never heard of a pop-up that wasn't a store. Does that make sense?
And that's the thing, isn't it? Because I don't know, because I hardly ever go to them.
I mean, every pop-up I've ever heard has always been a store, because it's like, why pop up? What are you doing? You've got to make money, you know. Like, if you were there all the time, I don't know. I had a point, but anyway, yeah. Most things I've known that are pop-ups are stores, if that makes sense. But yeah, no. I mean, you had a nice time. I had a nice day. Was the weather at least decent, or was it all rainy?
Oh, it was rain all day, Claire. Are you kidding me? It was rain all day.
You were inside. It was fine.
But Claire, there was so much water.
In the sky.
I mean, hopefully. It was just perpetually wet.
Oh.
My new album coming soon.
Perpetually wet. A wet chili pet.
But yeah, I'll let you have a scoff of some Piazza in a second, then, because I know there's something you wanted to make mention of.
Yeah, I mean, I can always keep it for another time, because I know we've gone a bit over time on this one.
Hey, look, we've had fun talking about it. That's the main thing. Yeah,
so I mean, I'll tell you what, I'll keep my story for another time. How about that?
Gotcha. I've still got the prompt on my screen, so I will keep it. I will keep it.
It'll keep.
Exactly. And while Claire's having a quick little munch, I can also mention that there was a Nintendo Direct yesterday, and you can watch the watch party that we did, where Claire was actually. Which, in fairness, it was No, honestly, it was a bit of a test bed as well, because we were wondering at some point, is it possible to kind of do that when someone's quite literally remotely moving? And it worked in places.
The answer was ideal, as I could have told you.
But you can find our watch party of that.
If I'd been more organised, I could have got to work and then joined from there. But no, I was like on the bus trying to wrangle a dog and a huge bag and the call.
But overall, I think it was a strong Nintendo Direct in terms of showcasing some more stuff that's coming. And I think we can all agree that the Orbitals game is kind of one that we're all excited about.
I'm trying to remember what that flipping anime style reminds me of. There's a particular show, and I'm just like, is it actually a show, or have I convinced myself that it's a show? Because I've seen so many things that look like it.
So what I was saying was it reminded me very much of the Daft Punk series of songs for Interstellar 555, and it's a combination of that and Leiji Matsumoto.
Yeah, like the Interstellar 99, whatever it was called. But more specifically, just
Ulysses 31 says Harriet.
Yeah, again, there's bits of that, like the blue. I think it's the blue character that probably made Harriet think of Ulysses, because there are characters in Ulysses who are blue. One of the main characters is a little girl with like blue skin and white hair. That made me think of that as well. But yeah.
And thank you for watching the archive, Matty.
Thank you. Melly said that she had us on while they. So Melu, quickly, what tattoos did you get? I want to know. Oh
yeah, you just saw like. You said you're getting tattoos. What did you?
Matty, that's it. That's the one. Thank you. That was the one I was trying to think of.
Now you mentioned Dirty Pair, I can get that. Yeah.
Also, Project Echo, which I'm looking at behind me right now.
Yeah.
Not to draw attention to it, but that is also one that looks like that, like Rumiko Takahashi kind of stuff. You know. Thank you, Melu. I will look forward to that.
Amazing.
There's just one that just says "fuck off, Felf," and I'm like, oh. Why?
But what else is there to note? Obviously, in terms of upcoming streams and stuff, there will be a stream Friday next week. Tentatively, we're going to say it's Ace Attorney, but if it's not, don't be surprised, because it might be due to jet lag.
I don't know which direction you have to go to get jet lag, but if I have jet lag, that's a good thing, because it means I did not get shot down out of the air by President Trump. So that means I'm back and I'm alive. So that's good. I'm flying closer to Iran than I would have liked. But nowhere's ideal right now, and I'm going for work, and it's education and it's health, and I think it's important. And while I don't relish the idea of going to Qatar, I feel it's important to go. Also, we still don't know if half of the delegates are going to be able to go because the Qatari embassy is just like, maybe we'll do your visas, maybe we won't. And I'm just like,
the fun time of visas. I've actually got a
we don't need them, as your mum, who's been several times, will know. You can just turn up if you're from the UK, but if you're from one of the countries that they deem problematic for whatever reason, largely not their own fault because of other things, they're like, maybe we will, maybe we won't. I'm like, we need those guys! But anyway, yeah, whatever.
Indeed. And then, of course, February 27 is Pokemon Day. So there will be the Pokemon Presents stream, which I fully intend to do a watch party stream of. Still no idea what time, don't know what time of day it is yet. I'm trying to remember what time it was last year. I feel like it was an afternoon for us.
I feel like it was in the afternoon, maybe 2 p.m. I can't remember.
Yeah, so I fully intend to do a watch party for that.
Yeah.
And in terms of Ace Attorney, this is like part 4 of us doing this case. I'm not too sure how many there are total, but I'm guessing it's going to be 7 or 8 parts total. So
yeah, because we normally manage one, like, because every case has got like there are sections that are investigation and sections that are trial, and the number varies based on the case. But we tend to manage one of those sections a night. If we did like a marathon, we could do 2, but generally it's one section a night per stream, if that makes sense. So I haven't actually looked up the guide because where did we end, Jeremy? Can you remember?
I can tell you in a few minutes. Oh, in fact, the Switch has actually gone on standby.
No,
so
I remember because he was like, we can't go on for another day because then otherwise Maya will be in danger. And then Edgeworth was like, ha ha ha, I've already subpoenaed Adrian Andrews. She's in the room next door, so we can just keep going. But we were having a 10-minute break for sandwiches because the judge was very hungry.
And by 10 minutes, we meant 1 week or 2 weeks.
Ooh.
And in terms of other upcoming things, I'm still trying to figure out if I can do something involving some playing some TCG games on the stream, because the One Piece card game thing, folks, it's gone to another level now.
Oh, has there been another Peach Momoko design?
Oh, no, not yet. Thoughts? Yeah, so I needed to sort of get out the house for a few minutes, and it was like the one time it didn't involve rain that I was driving through. And so I went to the comic shop, and I was talking with a regular viewer who I think is probably working at the shop now, I imagine, Lego Eddie. And
hey, Lego Eddie, if you're watching this on Catch Up.
And they hooked me up with a welcome pack starter deck for the One Piece TCG. So I have now got an actual sort of ready built deck, as it were, that I can give the game a proper, actually good try with, rather than just like the random assortment of cards I have acquired. So I'm looking forward to delving into that a bit proper at some point. But yeah, I am definitely going to try and do that at some point. I have a working title for something, Claire, should I decide to do a stream. And
go on.
It would probably be either on a Tuesday afternoon or a Thursday afternoon, just because of timings. I'm thinking I could do like a little play on TCG and have like, if I did it, for example, on a Tuesday afternoon, choose CG. Like choose CG, because TCG.
I mean, sure, Jeremy, it's your stream.
Work with me, Claire. Work with me.
No, Jeremy, I have sent you a picture. You don't need to show it on stream, but Melu has sent me pictures of all of their tats, but I've sent you the one that I think you might enjoy the most, because I think you'll probably appreciate it the most. The others are also cool, but you may not like twig what they are, so...
So I default. This is a random tangent. I default to thinking you done it on WhatsApp, and I suddenly saw a message pop up as I lifted my phone from my dad, and I was very confused.
Yeah, still on your dad's phone. I'm sorry you had to find out this way.
I'm just having a look at that now. That's really cool. That's really cool.
Isn't it awesome? Yeah, the other two are great too, but I thought you might like appreciate that one the most. I actually had it wrong. I thought it might be from Dan to Dan, but Melu jumped in and told me what it was before I could make a fool of myself.
But
it's very awesome. Very awesome.
But on the TCG streams thing, it's like it probably would have to be doing it during an afternoon or something, because there ain't no evenings free. And I usually, if I'm not streaming, I'm either zonked out or I'm at the gym or something, or I've got a hike.
Or he's having breakfast at 4 p.m. Or
hey, today I had it at 3 p.m.
Well done.
Well fucking done.
Oh, good for you.
Hey, Eddie, we were just talking about you, buddy.
How did you know we were talking about you? Say his name and he appears.
I was just mentioning about the welcome deck.
They said they're dipping back out to get their butt kicked playing Magic. Oh, we were just chatting about you. Literally, I can't remember. I think you are you, they, them, Lego Ready?
I am, yeah.
Jeremy was saying that he'd popped into the store that you work at. Is that right, Jer?
Correct. And I was mentioning about the welcome deck that you've given me.
What's the word? With a gateway drug of One Piece card.
Indeed, the welcome deck, if you will, and I'm very grateful for that.
The welcome to the Hotel California deck you can check out, but you can never leave.
But yeah, but we were like looking into the game and whatnot because as you can see, Eddie is very familiar with Magic, given that they're currently taking a quick breather from playing it. And I was sort of discussing how I was looking up and reading up various things and like how there are different deck types. I'm still trying to get to grips with it. And Eddie,
hang on, Eddie, what color deck have you got for Magic? Jeremy, carry on.
And so Eddie was actually going through with me what the equivalent in Magic terms were of what the One Piece decks represent, which admittedly, I'm not a Magic person, so I kind of got it to a point, but the fact that Eddie could join those dots and then say, oh, it's a deck that works like this.
I didn't realize they had such close analogies.
Yeah, well, in essence, yeah.
TCGs cards, they don't always share things. Like there's so many TCGs and there's not a huge amount of overlap between them, apart from when, things like, was that the welcome, this is now your card life choice and you can't escape deck. Right now, Eddie says, I'm playing blue-black Spider-Man villains. Yeah, that's the thing. There's so many, like, extra stuff in Magic now, like the Avatar stuff and shit, and I'm just like, oh yeah, that's a thing now. I'm happy with anything red and white. If I recall, in the distant shadows of my memory, people who play pure blue decks are not very popular because they are just the kind of people who it's kind of like an alchemy / like, this is a deck made to fuck people over in a really annoying kind of way deck.
It's funny you mention that because one of the decks Eddie did say, all but said, the way I took it, and I know you didn't say this specifically, Eddie, but I did take this to be, you said, please don't have a deck that color. When it came to that particular one.
I believe you, Eddie. I do believe blue players. Suck it. Yeah, there we go. Exactly that.
But yeah, so I am definitely going to look into trying to do some sort of card-based things, playing the games rather than opening copious amounts of packs all the time on stream.
You can do both.
Oh no, my wallet says I can't, Claire. Not yet.
Hold!
But I did get a couple of packs of the most recent one as well, because I thought, you know what, if I'm going to dive into this, I may as well start getting some up-to-date cards and such.
Oh, apparently blue is the same kind of deal in multiple different games.
There you go.
There's a thing, and it's really hard to explain with words, but Eddie, I don't know if you've seen this, which is people editing Magic cards. So what they'll do is they'll just edit, like they'll blank out some of the words on a picture of it, right?
I thought you were actually in the game. Flipping out.
No. So it'll be a picture of a card, right? And what they'll do is they'll make a change to the title by blanking out something, right? So
just think what's being said in the chat,
say there was like a card called like Catch Me If You Can or something. I don't think there is, but
is Leonardo DiCaprio on the card?
No. This is just a random card. So what they would do is they would just blank out everything except for the CAT at the start, right? Then they would go to the card description and blank out everything that wasn't an M, an E, or a W. So literally it would just be like, meow, cat. And it's really hard to explain, but it's really
So Eddie has just said, oh, they're on about Sharpie magic.
Is that what that's called? I've just seen it in a few groups, and some of them are just like, there's one that it's like a big barbarian, and it just like it's edited the title and it just says tits out, and then in the thing they've edited the text to just go both come grab. It's all really weird. It's like they've just basically taken the letters out. Oh, it's so childish and so funny. It's one of my favorite things. It's just the kind of thing where if you show it to someone who takes it very seriously, they'll just be like, that's really stupid, and you're like, I know. It's really stupid. Yeah, enjoy those pictures. It's really, because that's the thing, because of the way it's all spread out, you'll just be like, it'll be like, if man come here, then die, and it'll just be like dead place. It's really dumb. I just love it so much. because it's just that level of incredibly stupid, but someone had to look at that card and be like, what can I do with this? How can I make this better? It's so good. Yeah, if that's what it's called. I've not seen it done with actual Sharpies, because that would be kind of... I don't know if I have a horrible Melu video to show you of the people being awful to their cards. I think I showed you the fork one, didn't I? Like,
let's not talk about those, Claire. Let's not talk about those. I'm getting feelings.
Anyway, sorry for rambling, but yeah, Sharpie magic. I'm gonna have to Google it and send you some, because they are so funny.
There you go. But yeah, so I think on the Just Chatting front, given we're pretty much at the hour mark, we may as well use this as a nice transition to go towards Ace Attorney. So we will be beginning that in a few mementos. So what I'm going to do, in an effort to try and help folks who are maybe on the ad section of things, I'm gonna run an ad for a minute, in the hope that will then dissuade more adverts from appearing from a little bit. So if you get an advert popping up, folks, on Twitch,
we want to know what it was for.
Exactly. Let us know what it was for, and we'll be back in a minute so we can try and dissuade some ads for a bit longer. Talk in a minute. And in theory, the ad should be running about now. Eddie is dipping out. Got you, Eddie. Got you.
Good luck, Eddie.
Let me see if I can. Yes, they've sent some pictures of Sharpie magic.
Please tell me one that they've sent.
I'll try and show it to you on screen. There you go.
It says, so what's the title?
Summon Witches.
What's the title, as in of the card? Huh? What was the original, I wonder?
I don't know.
It just says CUM, summon witches, and then the entire thing's blacked out apart from the words CUM. So childish.
Oh, good fun. Good fun.
Oh my god, they're so funny.
Right, I'll start getting things prepared.
Oh my god.
So
so dumb. I love it so much.
Your new favourite thing.
It's just the best, man.
Right, game music should be coming on any second. And
there's
folks
one here.
It
just basically it's the title has been blanked out apart from the letters DIS, so it just says dis, right? And then the bottom bit has just been blanked out apart from the word elf, so it just says dis elf, and then the thing just everything's been blacked out apart from this is an elf. I'm like, you are correct. You are correct. That is an elf.
There you go. And that is the category change all going well, unless I've botched something up. And so we were in trial, as you said, Claire. We've got about 10 minutes or so, or it's a 10-minute recess that we're in on the trial front. I should also really need to get rid of that screen. Yes, we will have to engage our various voices. I don't know why I did it in that voice, but I did. So we will engage in the various voices.
Let me finish this.
No, that's cool. That's why I'm padding for time. Have no fear. Have no fear.
Sorry.
That's all good. Go back to the Nintendo Direct actually from yesterday. Another game which I'm interested in is the Kyoto Xanadu game, because some more info has come out about that, and I'm curious.
Kyoto Xanadu sounds like a flipping Russian sleeper activation phrase.
That's a very good point, Ben.
You say it to the right person, they just pull out a gun and start shooting. What's it about?
You know what, while we're here, let me see if I can pull up a thing quickly.
My brain is like, if it's about trains, I'm gonna laugh.
I'll go to Gematsu, I think. It's probably the better website to go to. I might have to change the category again, ironically. There we go, and then Sasa! So, a dual dimension action RPG.
This is Falcom.
So Falcom has announced dual dimension action RPG Kyoto Xanadu, or Xanadu, if you want to pronounce it, for PS5, Switch 2, Switch, and PC. It will launch this summer worldwide, set in an alternative reality where Kyoto is the capital of Japan. Kyoto Xanadu players take on monsters and mysteries coming from the great labyrinth known as Xanadu, reads the announcement.
An alternative reality where Kyoto is the capital of Japan. Do you mean the past, when it was the capital of Japan?
As a student, players will challenge the labyrinth and grow through their daily battles within Xanadu, while also deepening bonds with various people during your daily life. Uncover the hidden truth, the truth hidden, both in the labyrinth and Kyoto itself. And we've also now got some character art, I think, as well as just screenshots being shared. That is coming across the screen.
Interesting.
Right? Good.
Who else have what else has Famcom done?
I don't know off the top of my head, but here's one of our main protagonists, as it were. This is Ray Kamiya. I'm getting like Persona vibes as well, which is kind of a good laugh.
He makes me think of the main character of the first Danganronpa game.
Fair point. But yeah, so this could be good fun, but it'll probably be a game I never end up playing, much as I want to. Because, you know, time.
It doesn't look like Persona, but I get what you mean.
I could probably load up a trailer, in fairness. It might be far easier to show off. Hey, you know what? Maybe I will. You know what, Claire? Maybe I will, because I have the power. And by the
more
power,
you do, the more pizza I'm gonna eat.
Nintendo UK.
Bye, Matty, if you're there.
Catch you soon, Matty. Thank you for tuning in.
Thank you for being around.
I don't know what that voice was. Don't
look at me like that.
I'm not.
Yeah, that's no. It's catchy looking at me with like, you never give me any food, mother.
Why is there no individual video for this? What the heck? All right, hang on. Let's work a different way.
I was looking at the anime that's on the shelf here, and I literally, as you said, what the heck, my eye was drawn to an anime that I honestly thought was called Heck. It's not. It's called Helk, but it's Helck, and I'm like, oh, Helk.
Right. Oh, hang on. I've got various audios crossing the streams. Right. You probably won't be able to hear this, Claire, but I will, I'll put on catch. We'll see how it goes.
Uncover the truth of Xanadu. In a Japan where Kyoto
I heard it's
is the
about
capital,
trains.
Another world exists that's encroaching on our own. A world where monsters roam free. A boy named Ray must use his newly awakened powers against the
Ray
as he joins Hirosaka Academy, a school for gifted students.
It just looks cool.
Academy's goal?
I think my reaction at the time was, oh, this sounds familiar. A school for gifted students. I've heard this before.
That starts with X.
This is why I was interested, because there's like different elements of gameplay. You have like this, the way it looks here.
Different kinds of gaming, yeah.
Then take on dangerous enemies in 3D.
This gave me Ghost Trick vibes. That bit.
Use powers to overcome foes.
Just looks like it'd be good fun, to be honest.
It does. Although if we do play it, I will be singing Xanadu the whole time.
And spend
That'll be the
specifically the ELO song, because I don't know.
That'll be the official theme song.
The battle between man and monster begins.
Do Xanadu. Now we are here in Xanadu.
Kyoto Xanadu launches on the Nintendo Switch 2 and Nintendo Switch.
So yeah, there we go. So that was Tokyo Xanadu.
You said Tokyo.
I'm sure there was a game called Tokyo Xanadu or an anime. It's one or the other.
Probably.
It sounds like a thing that's happened, but let's get back to the main topic at hand. So, Ace, Atur, Trill, OG.
Right, give me a second. I'm just going to put my pizza in the kitchen so the dog cannot harass me for it. And I don't accidentally eat more.
Catch ya, harass you never.
Catch ya, harassment polymons.
Right, preparing that. Yeah, so the plan is, folks, we're going to do this chapter tonight, and then we'll probably call it a night there, because I admittedly have a busy weekend getting some work done and whatnot, so I do not want to have a massively late night tonight, but if it is, it is. So, them's the breaks. And hopefully I won't have to battle the rain outside. Yes, I'm going to keep going on about the rain. If you're having like a bingo card of how... Oh, I'd hit the trailer again. A bingo card of how many times Jeremy can mention the rain. Keep going, because it's going to happen more, I bet. Maybe there'll be rain in this chapter.
Every time you mention rain, I just think of that time that Stephen Colbert did an absolutely unhinged duet with the Korean singer Rain. And yeah, I did say Stephen Colbert. It's hilarious. I can't even remember the context. I feel like the context would spoil it.
You're not taking a shot for that tonight, okay, Mello?
What was the shot? What were we taking shots for last time? Oh, the down.
No, I think there was also a shot for every time I got hit in a Pokemon card pack. It was
you got hit with a Pokemon pack.
The week where you weren't here, I did like some Fun Card Friday stuff, and every time I got say like an art rare or an illustration rare, it was like take a shot, and then I had a couple of packs which were just guaranteed hits in the packs. So it was like.
Do you remember that video I sent you of that guy just sliding under the toilet door? And like
out of context,
doing
people could be like, "What the heck?" But yeah.
No, he's got like a yellow suit on. He slides under the door, just unpacks it, and then gets a nice one, puts it in a little thing, and then just goes and just gets pulled out. Apparently, he's done loads of these. There are loads of those videos. They're not all toilet floor based. You'll be glad to know.
So. March 22nd, 2:14 p.m. District Court Defendant Lobby, number 3.
Dude, I can't believe that, Adrian. No way! Not cool and collected Adrian Andrews.
She is your manager. It would have been very easy for her to pull this off. The only person who had access to the knife you used at dinner was, well, her.
Well, the thumbs down didn't happen.
You had to say it, didn't you? You had to say it. Don't say it so it appears. That's someone else's gimmick.
Well, I'm not doing anything now. So after the ceremony during the break, huh? That one too, huh? Oh my god. Adrian's got that face like, well, he's sleeping, time to give you a murder.
No, it was the fact that it looked like that she was looking over a dead body and it was just a thumbs down that appeared and just sent me.
Murder's wrong. I was sleeping like a log the entire time.
See? She could have also easily planted that blood-covered button in your Hakama.
Because she was the one that came to wake me up? Then, dude, you're saying it really was her?
Yes. She is the real killer. The one who murdered Juan Corrida.
But why? I thought she was buds with Juan.
She has her own agenda.
Like the gays. Her own agenda? What are you talking about?
I'm sure you'll be... Try again. I'm sure you'll see by the time the trial's over. It'll be alright. I'll get you acquitted by the end of today.
Get me a verdict that's refreshing like a spring breeze, okay, Mr. Lawyer Dude? Phoenix, you think her motive is related to Celeste Impact's missing suicide note, right?
Yes. Ms. Andrews depended on Ms. Impacts as her strength and reason to live. But then, Ms. Impact suddenly killed herself. It sounds like she left a suicide note, and the person thought to have hidden it...
is Juan Corrida, the victim of this murder.
I'm really glad we're getting a recap to start off this bit, by the way.
They're very kind to us.
Right?
I think every time after a save, they know, you know?
Yeah. And that's why I think Ms. Andrews got close to Mr. Corrida. All to get the suicide note back.
Who's to say he didn't destroy it? That sounds plausible. But one thing bothers me.
What?
How tight my underpants are right now. Do you have any idea? Who was it that first told you about their relationship? Better stated, Ms. Andrews' dependency issues with regards to Ms. Impacts. I said that weirdly.
It was Edgeworth.
Yeah, and he's not necessarily working with you. It looks like he's still the one in command of this ship. What ship? Phoenix and Edgeworth? That's a truck, but imagine if instead of shipping people, imagine instead of shipping people together, we trucked them. Like, what's your favourite truck?
Okay, hang on. I'll do a foghorn then.
Jeremy, you live by the sea. You know what foghorns sound like. Surely? You know what?
Sure. No, they sound far lower than that.
They do, but I've got a small girly throat. Don't let your guard down yet.
March 22nd, 2:25 p.m. District Court, courtroom number 3.
We're normally at home by now. This is a late court. That didn't look like Mia next to Phoenix there, but okay.
Court will now reconvene. I said that weirdly. Now then, Mr. Edgeworth, if you please.
The prosecution calls the witness subpoenaed by this court. Ms. Adrian Andrews, the person who discovered the crime in Mr. Juan Corrida's room.
All right,
Here we go.
Engage Russian.
This is you, remember, Joe?
Engage Russian vocal cords.
What? What is your name? What is your quest? What is your occupation?
I am the manager of the defendant in this case, Mr. Matongard.
In very low Russian voice.
I see. Going to between those two voices is a trip. Now then.
Now then, now.
And before we begin, Your Honor, I have one request. Yes, sure. What is it? I am sure everyone in this room is wondering the same thing.
Who stole the sleeves to your top?
Why am I so beautiful? I will tell you.
Why am I reading a book?
And would love to find out more about my relationship with the victim. Imagine I am the Baroness from G.I. Joe. That is my inspiration, Destro.
Body on the rocks is what he's gonna ask for.
After all, it was the topic of a certain weekly magazine recently. No, I have no idea what you mean. I've never even heard of Gossip Land. If the judge was ever a prosecution witness, he'd do all my work for me.
Which would be lovely, frankly. Anyway, I was wondering if you could please tell us about your relation to the victim.
Yes, I was seeing Mr. Corrida. I was also aware of the rivalry between that existed between Matt and Juan. But this was a private matter between Juan, myself, and Destro. Destro is the G.I. Joe character I reference.
Christopher Eccleston?
I'll drop Destro, don't worry.
Wait, but isn't that Christopher Eccleston? Doesn't he play Destro?
I genuinely don't know. I was going by the cartoon, not the live action.
I haven't seen the cartoon, but I have seen the other film.
So it was a fry und bait matter. Or was that bait and fry? Reminds me of fishing. But I did not kill him.
No one is accusing you of that. Things like, I am!
I think there's someone who would beg to differ.
Yeah.
I can't see that, to be honest.
Hang on, let me make it a bit wobbly.
Okay, I didn't know. Sure, fair.
Yeah, he isn't Destro for most of the movie. He just has a bad accident at the end of the first movie and gets Destroed.
I think we all understand your relationship with the victim, Ms. Andrews.
It was sick nasty. Very well then, witness, please testify to the court about what happened when you discovered the murder that had taken place.
Testimony, testimony, testimony. It was time for the show to start, so I went to get Matt from his room. After that, I went to Juan's room. And there was his dead body. I was in shock.
Look at my shocked face.
What I saw, naturally, the exact same scene as in the crime scene photo. I felt as though I was about to faint, so I poured myself a glass of juice.
The best juice in the world, tomato juice.
Disagree.
Well, she clearly thinks so.
Oh, right, so I thought you meant you personally, sorry.
Fucking kidding? No, gross.
You poured yourself a glass of juice? Yes, sadly, I didn't remember not to touch things at the scene of the crime.
Great.
And I disturbed the crime scene by moving this one thing.
What did you move? And that is when the fingerprints on the wine glass were made, Your Honor.
I see. Well, Mr. Wright, you may cross-examine the witness.
The witness. Phoenix. She is one cool and collected customer, and she has the brains to match. All right, Mia.
Yeah, I know.
Defensive. In order to catch a person like her, you have to avoid head-on confrontations and just hit her with your car afterwards. You should disrupt her pacing.
Disrupt her pacing?
Yeah, kick her in the ankle. She's the type of woman who's easily thrown off by things inconsistent with her thinking. So you have to attack when she least expects it.
Ah! When you least expect it, you see? Ah!
Yeah. The instant you let up on your offence is the instant this trial is over. Understand? Okay.
As with before, folks, we've read it through once, so we're just going to read it normally now for the sake of going through.
Yes, that's what we normally do, yeah.
It was time for the show to start, so I went to get Matt from his room.
Okay, so we're still on the trial, aren't we? Sorry, I'm just trying to work out where we are.
Correct.
Okay. All right, okay.
And what was Mr. On-Guard doing at the time?
Here we have Jeremy versus Jeremy for quite a while.
He was taking a nap.
Where was he taking it?
He was worn out from his mini performance as the Nickel Samurai during the ceremony. Mr. On-Guard did say he was taking a nap. Then I guess you could say it could not have been taken out of his room, yes? Excuse me? What are you...
Objection!
Right, I thought years of school would have taught you how to construct a sentence. If you can't make a sensible sentence with a subject, then I'll make one for you. Watch. Did you, Ms. Andrews, remove Mr. On-Guard's knife from his room?
No.
Subject, verb, object, right? Did you skip basic grammar? The witness may continue.
After that, I went to Juan's room. And there was his dead body.
Okay, press her on that one.
I was in shock. You were in shock? What? Was I not supposed to be? How else do you react when you see a dead body? With apparently a knife in the chest that nobody else saw.
Yeah, a knife that nobody can see, an invisible knife.
Ms. Andrews is a very calculating person. And despite how close they were, I doubt she had romantic feelings for Mr. Corrida.
Anyone randomly stumbling upon a dead body would be in shock. And you can't seriously expect that a young beauty like her would not be shocked. Easy, Edgeworth. Easy.
Somehow, I don't think beauty has anything to do with being shocked or not. Oh. Excuse me, I thought I was going to cough and then I started yawning and I nearly sneezed. That was quite the trip.
You took us all with you.
I see. What I saw was naturally the exact same scene as in the crime scene photo. But was it?
Okay. Impressive you aren't.
Nah. I felt as though I was about to faint, so I poured myself a glass of juice.
Press her on that because it's the last one.
Juice? Juice? Juicy? Yes, there was a bottle of tomato juice on the table, so I helped myself. It was very warm. But you didn't drink any of it, did you? Huh? There were no lip marks left on this wine glass to suggest that anyone drank from it. I wasn't feeling terribly great. I couldn't say that proper.
Great.
Try again. I wasn't feeling terribly great. terribly great. That's really difficult to say for some reason.
I wasn't doing terribly well.
So I set the glass down without drinking it. Hello, Destro. Ms. Andrews, I would like to confirm with you one more time.
Is that bang at your end?
What bang?
Oh, never mind.
When you discovered the dead body of Juan Corrida, were you... Sorry.
You were.
You were.
You said it so deliberately, and I was just like... like you were slowing down to read it, but you were like, I can't stop!
Once I'm started, I must continue. When you discovered the dead body of Juan Corrida, you were in great shock. And that's when you poured yourself the glass of juice, correct? And what of it? My mind really was a complete blank at the time, other than the insane shock as previously mentioned. Your mind was a complete blank. I didn't think that was possible for you. Aren't you rude today? I was so dazed that I made one careless mistake. That one thing.
What thing?
What one thing? Never mind. It is no big deal.
Oh, I think it probably is.
What was she starting to say just now? Press! 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 Press further. Ms. Andrews. Ahem. I'm convinced that you said you made a mistake at the scene of the crime. What I really want to know is what this mistake was.
Actually, so would I.
I am sorry. It's just kind of embarrassing. When I set the glass down on the dresser, I accidentally knocked the flower vase over. The flower vase? Are you talking about the one on the floor in the crime photo? This mess of glass shards?
Next to the open guitar case.
It was originally on top of the dresser.
Okay.
But when I bumped into it with my elbow, it fell. Oh, so sorry. Sorry, I'm breathing so much, my brain is like, whoa!
Too much oxygen!
It fell onto the guitar case.
Did it fall onto the guitar case? Why did you withhold such an important piece of information?
I am sorry. I thought that since the crime scene was already in disarray, good word, that people would simply assume the vase, that it was just another part of the mess. It looks like yet another fact has come to light here.
All the way through that sentence, Jeremy was becoming more of the judge.
I know.
He was like, oh shit, I've got to do this voice.
For some reason, it's really difficult switching between Andrews and the judge. I don't know why.
It's almost like her voice is lower than his.
Please add this and anything else you have to reveal to the testimony.
All right, so she's going to do it again.
I am sorry. Sorry, Destro. That fudge. But I have nothing more to add. I didn't touch anything else.
Okay.
I was the one who knocked the flower vase over, where it fell onto the guitar case.
Okay, wait a second. She said she knocked the vase over and it fell onto the guitar case, right?
Correct.
Look at the evidence. Do we have the guitar case?
We do.
Look what it says. No, look what it says.
There is some water, but only on top of the lid.
So if she knocked
said
it, will you see
case,
it was... Well, that's the thing. If you look at the photograph, the case is open in the crime photo.
That's what I meant, yeah.
Yeah, I think you can either present the guitar or the photograph, but present it here, I think.
Objection!
You testified that you knocked the flower vase over. Is this correct?
You having a memory issue there, dude?
Yes. And are you sure it fell onto the guitar case? Is there some problem with what I said? Can you not see English is not my first language? It's not some problem. It's a major problem.
Oh no, Jeremy slapped his thigh.
It's true that the top of the guitar case was wet with water. However, that's exactly what is so strange.
Jeremy, these games are so fucking weird. Sorry, I just had a moment of like, we're just talking about, you know what's weird? The water's wet. Anyway, you're guilty.
Ms. Andrews.
Yes!
You testified that the vase fell onto the guitar case. However, if that was oh wait, hang on, I didn't. What effect do I need to do? If that was true, the case should have gotten wet on the inside, not on the outside.
So it's not even the fact that the inside was dry, it's the fact the outside shouldn't have been wet at all. Oh, it's even worse!
That is very true. Furthermore, there is one other strange thing about this guitar case. Where's the guitar? No,
That's literally probably what he's about to say.
Yeah. And what is that? Let's take another look at the crime scene photo, if you please, Exhibit A. The remains of the vase are scattered on the floor. On it. And what is wrong with that? If the guitar case was open when the
There
vase...
bits inside, yeah.
Literally, when the vase fell, the glass shards should be inside, not the outside of the case. I added another the, but it doesn't matter.
So many of those. Oh. What is your point, right? That the case was closed at the time the vase was knocked over?
Oh, no, Edgeworth. If this case isn't closed yet, we're nowhere near done.
Is that all? We can both
No.
do this all day.
Think back to what Miss Andrews testified to. She said that other than the vase, she didn't touch anything else. Yes, that is right. She did implicitly say she didn't touch the guitar case.
So she couldn't have closed it. Oh god. But this whole matter with the guitar case is a dead end. The bright red guitar was found at the studio. It has no bearing on this case at all.
That may very well be. However, the empty guitar case does seem to have no relation to the case, doesn't it? It seems that there is no deeper meaning to the guitar case. Well, Mr. Wright, do you think we need to hear more details about the guitar case?
I mean, sure, make her testify.
Yeah, I don't see any reason why not. The empty guitar case. I believe this is a crucial piece of the puzzle.
I can't believe anyone would reach for straws like this, but it is you.
I can't believe I'm doing this either.
I can't believe I'm getting away with this.
All right, I'll follow along for now. Ms. Andrews, please testify to the court about the guitar case.
Okay, here we go.
Yes, Your Honor.
So I assume this is a new testimony.
The guitar case. I don't remember too clearly because I was a bit dazed. I suppose I must have opened the guitar case. after I knocked the vase over.
But why?
It's not a big deal though, right? The case was empty after all. As for why I opened the case, even I do not know. So
she's lying.
Hang on a minute. So has she previously said that she did not touch the case?
She didn't. So basically, you know, the judge said that she implicitly said she didn't touch the case. What he means there is that she didn't say she didn't touch the case, but by saying she only touched the glass, she was implying that she'd not touched the case.
Yeah.
But now she's saying she might have done, but we know she's lying about that, and we have proof, because if you look at the guitar, there's another note, the guitar case, if you look at it again, you'll see the reason why she couldn't have opened it.
Because it bears Karida's fingerprints.
And nobody else's.
That's what I was wondering. It looks like this really wasn't a very important point.
This wastefulness is such a familiar feeling by now that it's almost comforting.
Anyway, I'll go ahead and start a cross-examination.
Using anyway to change the topic. A convenient escape for a weak man.
Says the guy who ran away for a year.
You should say it out loud. Okay, right, so we know we can slam her across the face with this guitar case, so...
It's in a wrestling match.
Okay, so not that one, but anytime she mentions the guitar case, we can present the guitar case.
So open the case.
Do it on this one, yeah, present it.
Objection!
You okay, baby?
There is no way you were the one who opened the guitar case. Why would... Why? I need to sound like Christopher Walken.
Why would you say that?
Why would you say that? I can't get... I've said
Why
it.
would you say that? I think it's more like that. Why would you say that?
It's elementary, my dear, and I'm not even British. Because the only fingerprints on the guitar case are those of the victim.
Womp womp.
Ah. What is it, Miss Andrews? Well, Destro. I'm not Destro. You shouldn't assume that I must have left prints just because I touched the case.
Why would I not assume that?
What do you mean? What if I were to tell you that I was wearing gloves at the time?
I'd say, how are your
Go on.
I'd say, how are your fucking fingerprints on the wine glass then, you weirdo?
Yeah, I was gonna say it could have been gloves. Could have even just had like a cloth underneath her hand or something. Potentially.
No, but what if she says she's wearing gloves, then what? She was wearing.
No, I agree.
She put down the juice with her hand and then put gloves on to open the case. That's insane.
I reckon if we go in that direction, she'll say she didn't want to get her hands damp or covered in water or something.
Oh, well, we'll see.
No, that's the kind of level I'm expecting here.
Yeah, I do not know.
Gloves? But why would you be wearing gloves at the time?
Because I'm fancy.
It was the night of the award ceremony. So, of course, I dressed up for the occasion.
I'm just picturing her wearing gardening gloves. Like, yes, my fancy formal gardening gloves.
Or goalkeeper's gloves from football.
Yeah.
Yes, now I remember. I'm almost sure I was wearing a pair of thin gloves. I see. Well, Mr. Wright, it seems the witness was wearing gloves at the scene of the crime. Is there nothing strange about it, or was it strange?
You know the answer.
I mean, it's strange.
Yeah.
Doctor Strange. You were wearing gloves? Isn't that a little strange? Why is that strange? Do you have something that I would prove I was not wearing the gloves at the time?
Yep, we do. No, yep, the wine glass.
Oh, damn. Hang on, sorry. There we go. Juan! I have your proof right here. This wine glass. The wine glass?
Yeah, remember?
You left your fingerprints very clearly on this wine glass, as you told us literally minutes ago. Ah!
Yeah.
Da. Even if you took your gloves off when you poured yourself this glass of juice, wouldn't you think it was just a little strange that you put your gloves back on just to open the guitar case?
She could have done that.
Oh,
Oh, this is one of the ones where her glasses keep exploding and she puts them back on. It makes me laugh every time.
shatter, replace.
And then she just pulls her hand up and just has another pair. It's great.
Ugh.
Ugna.
Oh, 3. Order! 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 Ahem.
Looks like you hit the nail on the head this time.
No, on the guitar case. Huh? What do you mean?
I believe that guitar case plays a very important role here.
Is Pearls okay? Do we need to ask this, or do we move on?
Pearls is like, she's just in a place in her head with the Wii music playing. Do 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 do.
But it's just an empty case.
I wonder if it really was empty though. Boom boom.
But the guitar, the bright red guitar, was found at the studio.
Other things can fit inside. Phoenix, drop all of your presumptions. What was in the guitar case was not the bright red guitar.
But a body.
A really small one.
You don't mean it was a bright white guitar? Wait, no, that's not right either.
Oh my god, Phoenix.
I admit it would be unnatural for someone to do that. So the witness was not wearing gloves, despite the fact that on the case...
Your Honour, this is obviously the defence's usual misdirection tactic at work.
Says the guy who ran away for a year.
I would say you keep going on about it, but it was quite a big deal. Steer the court towards an unrelated topic and lull us all into his misguided...
Objection!
His misguided objections.
No, Your Honour. Please recall that Miss Andrews had testified that the vase, quote unquote, fell onto the guitar case. Which means that the case was closed when the crime took place. However, it was wide open in the photo of the crime scene. I'm sure the guitar case has some relation to the murder.
You are so sure, right? Then I'm sure you can somehow substantiate your outrageous claim, correct? Please enlighten us as to why that guitar case has anything at all to do with this murder. Oh, damn it. I always forget he wants receipts.
Well, can you do that, Mr. Wright? Let's suppose for a second...
Just 1 second.
That the bright red guitar was not the only thing that could have been in the case.
Anything smaller than a bread box would have fitted.
The bright red guitar not being the only thing? You don't mean to suggest a black guitar was...
Oh my god. So, you intend to push your theory that the case was not empty? Is that it, right?
I wouldn't say something I didn't intend to prove.
Sorry. Deflate that head of yours. You haven't proven anything yet. Now then, let's have it. What was inside this case at the time of the murder? Okay, now, this is where the game is like, just tell them what was in there.
Okay.
Do you have any idea what was in there, Jeremy?
9.
Let's go through what we've got.
So we've got...
Let's do what we did last time and work out what couldn't have
So
been
we got
in there.
knife.
So the knife couldn't have been in there. Mm-hmm. Right? Oh no, I mean it might have been. But no, the knife's from On Guard's room, so no, it wouldn't have been from there.
Fair.
No.
The button was planted after.
Yeah, and it's got Karida's blood on it. Yeah, no, I don't think it's that. That's just a photo.
The glass.
The wine glass wasn't in there.
The guitar case was in the guitar case.
Divide by 0. What else have we got? A map, yeah, a magazine clipping. The camera, probably not. One corridor's blood.
Hey, Charlie, hope you're doing well.
Charlie.
A transceiver.
It won't be that. I think that's with you, isn't it? Okay, no. The Magatama, no.
My attorney at law badge.
Okay, what? So what are the photographs of? Because maybe it's something in one of the photographs.
So we've got the Nickel Samurai.
Okay.
Absolutely fine, Charlie. We just really appreciate you being here. In any
No problem,
capacity.
no problem. So you got a photograph of the Nickel Samurai.
Press
what other
conference
photographs
ticket. Got magazine clipping.
Yeah, photographs. Just
Okay,
no.
right, fine. Hotel map.
No, it won't be the map, will it? No, that's no. Got any? And the photos of the crime scene? That's the murder scene.
Yeah.
Okay, that probably won't be it. What's the other photo at the end there?
So we've got suicide report.
I mean, I don't think that'll be that, surely.
Attempted suicide report. Juan's autopsy. Then Lotta's
Okay,
photo.
what's that photo? Okay. Alright, so 2 of the photos we have got the same thing in them.
The trousers.
Because there's 4.
So
there's 3 or how are there 3 or 4 photos?
One.
There's 4, right? 1, 2.
So 1, 2,
3, 4.
3, 4. Well, one of them's the hotel guide map, but yeah.
Yeah, so ignore the hotel guide map. We got 3, and of those, 2 of them are basically of the. What's the one that isn't of the Nickel Samurai? The murder scene.
Yes.
Okay, and we don't think it's the murder scene photo because there's nothing in. Because the guitar case is in that photo. So
yeah, so there's no reason for it to be there.
I think it's got something to do with one of those 2 photos.
Are there any other differences in the costume? Other than the long trousers?
No, I think it's... Because we worked out, didn't we, that couldn't have been Matt on guard in there. Yeah, because of the trousers. But isn't this the whole reason we have Adrian here? Is because we thought it was her in the costume. So if she's wearing the costume, where would she have got it from?
Well, okay, hang on, I might need to double back here because my brain's going a bit loopy. So, would she have got the costume out of the case after he was killed?
If she didn't want to be recognised, maybe, leaving the room.
And the photo that Lotta took was
of
coming
her
out,
leaving. If it is her leaving, then it's her
was
leaving
coming
in
out
the
of On
costume.
Guard's room because the double doors at the back is the big ballroom thing.
No, that's Karida's room she's coming out of there.
Oh, is it? Hang on.
Yeah, so you can see the doors to Viola
I meant
Hall.
Karida, sorry, I meant Karida.
Yeah, so she's coming out of the murder scene room.
So I'm thinking it's probably this photo then.
Try it, see what happens.
We've got life. I don't know why I said life.
Yeah, exactly.
We've got life.
So present that. Yeah.
This is a photograph.
Look at this evidence.
Yes, but what is important is what is in that picture, Your Honor.
A hallway.
In this picture? It doesn't take a genius to see what I mean. What I am proposing is... inside the guitar case was the Nickel Samurai's... was the Nickel Samurai the hero's very own costume?
Why would the fucking Nickel Samurai costume have been inside the guitar case owned by the Jamming Ninja? That is very silly, and it seems to be what they're driving towards, but I don't get it. What? Jeremy, has that category definitely been changed back? Because it looks like it's still just chatting on the...
I thought I did change it, but I'll do it again just to be safe.
It might have changed in the main place, but not here.
Yeah, it does that occasional ABS. There we go.
There you go.
Mr. Wright, explain yourself. Thank you very much, Charlie. Thank you.
Sorry, it just looks wrong on the on the thingy.
On OBS,
that's why I asked to check.
Yeah, it's a weird OBS thing, but even if I sometimes change it, it will appear as what it was.
It changes in reality, but OBS just lies to us.
Because OBS.
Right, are you saying that the witness opened the guitar case to take out a costume? What insane point would there be to doing something like that?
That insane point would be to wear the costume, of course, Edgy.
Why was the costume in there? Why was it in there?
Miss Andrews put it on to hide her identity so she could make her escape. After all, you couldn't let anyone see you leave, could you, Miss Andrews?
Okay. I refuse to accept your theory.
Why? Because you ran away for a year?
I love that that's your rebuttal to everything now. Edgeworth, I put it to you that you're a pansy bastard. Do you have anything to support such a preposterous idea?
Yeah, you ran away for a year.
God damn it.
Just outside the door was the investigative photographer who was starving for a big scoop.
Well, fish-faced lot of heart herself.
And in the end, she managed to get this shot, correct?
In the end.
You mean this photo?
Yes, Judge.
Oh, 3. Order! Order!
Oh dear!
Ahem. It looks like we've wandered into quite another mess again, haven't we?
Oh, nice job, Phoenix.
Well, you know my strategy. Speak first and think later. Or speak
Richard,
first and think later, as I nearly just said.
And Jeremy does the speak first, read later, which is very, very closely related. And I also do that.
So the real murderer was hiding inside a costume.
Maybe the costume was the murderer. But wait 1 second, Your Honor. The Nickel Samurai's costume would have been Mr. Matt Ongard's. Why would something of the defendant's be in the victim's room? Thank you, Edgeworth. I feel like I'm going crazy.
Because he cosplayed in his free time.
Please explain to this poor man why it was there. And inside the guitar case of all places. Edgeworth is quite often the voice of the audience, I feel.
True. This is a little baffling. Mr. Wright, the court would like to hear your thoughts in English.
Your thoughts, your mad, mad thoughts.
What was the Nickel Samurai costume doing inside the guitar case? It was stolen from On Guard, or it was a spare costume? I'm inclined to say it was a spare.
Okay, so there is a right answer, but I'm just going to tell you. If you pick saying it was stolen from On Guard, you then go, when he goes, what? You go, yeah, because Matt On Guard would have had to run naked to the press conference. And I'm like, yeah, that's a good point, actually. So you do get a small penalty for that, but you don't get a huge penalty. But yeah, I think the answer is it was a spare one.
That's a good little Easter egg, that.
It's very funny.
Mr. On Guard did not take his costume off during the break period. In that case, I don't know why I said it so definitively. In that case, the costume we are talking about was a spare one.
What?
Then, are you saying that on the night of the murder, there were 2 Nickel Samurai costumes at the
Nichols
Hotel?
Samurai?
Nichols Samurais, plural. Yes, that is what I am saying, Your Honor.
Well, actually, samurai's the plural. One would be a samuras.
Fair. And how do you explain the costume that was inside the guitar case? I just said, Judge, it was a spare.
I know, but why was it inside the guitar case belonging to the
Claire,
other guy?
It was a spare.
I'm gonna go spare. Go spare. it would mean, thank you, Edgeworth, that the victim himself had brought this spare to the ceremony on purpose?
Yeah, I mean, I get where this is going. Okay, can I give you my hot take theory now, not knowing what's going to happen?
Do it.
What was it, Karida or On Guard that brought this?
What?
The guitar case.
Karida. They're saying
So,
he's saying that if Karida had bought the guitar case he would have had to bring it himself.
Yeah,
he bought
so,
the other guy's costume.
So my theory, and I don't know how, if this does happen, I don't know how we're going to get there, but this is what I'm thinking.
Oh God, I just had an idea as well.
Huh?
Go on. I've just had an idea as well.
Was going to dress up as the Nickel Samurai to do a press conference or an event thing, but do it really badly to put do a bad shame on the Nickel Samurai brand.
Remember, he said that they thought the Nickel Samurai was going to confess something. I think you're right that he was going to dress up as him, but he was going to, like you said, spread some dirt.
Yeah.
Not do the press conference badly, because if he did it badly, everyone would know it wasn't actually Matt in the costume. So he was willing. I think he was going to go and like pretend to be him to put out some false information.
Yeah.
Maybe someone caught wind of that, and that's why he got killed.
Right. Exactly. But then,
I think we're probably right. We're probably right about that, but I don't know how we're going to get there.
I think that's the most of what we're currently being presented with. That feels the most logical thing to me.
And that's a lot talking about these games.
It's just it's more just the direction of how we get there. What path on the snakes?
I imagine Edgeworth's next question is going to be why the fuck, and which is a fair question. So please continue.
Oh, no hammer. But why? The victim, Mr. Corridor, was the jamming ninja.
I'm glad you're keeping track.
Why? Thank you, Judge, genuinely. Why would he secretly bring the Nickel Samurai's spare costume with him?
How did he even have access to it?
What could be the reason behind such a peculiar act? And therein lies the sticking point, Your Honor.
I think this is the first time you and I have worked something out before Phoenix did. Normally he knows and just doesn't tell us.
Other than the eeny miny thing, which I seemingly figured out in the second episode, and you had to keep it really tight-lipped. I figured it out.
I did. Mainly because I really was struggling to understand it. Yeah, I'm feeling the same. What are you mumbling to yourself about now? Have you just been rambling all this time without any sense of inner monologue? Subjecting everyone else to your nonsense.
No, I just...
That's fair.
Mr. Wright, please explain yourself for your internal monologue.
That's fair, Charlie, I understand.
Why do you think the victim had the Nickel Samurai's spare costume?
Phoenix, are you sure you can explain this one?
Nope.
Think carefully before you answer.
Nope.
And then answer with gusto. I believe in you.
Hang on, entering gusto mode.
Datibio.
What anime character used to do that? I kind of went, heh.
It's quite a common
Right.
movement. And it's like almost a kind of thumbing your nose at someone like, yeah. It took me quite a while to draw that picture, and that makes me very happy. The stupid thing about the picture is like the little bar that says the line covers up the thing that took me the longest in that drawing, which is basically a text box that says hold this. Because I actually asked Keith what he wanted on the t-shirt, and he said just the words hold this, and I was like, you're going to need to explain what the fuck you're talking about. And he went, well, you know, they say hold it, and I'm like, hold this, motherfucker. I'm like, oh. And he went, you don't have to do it, you can do something else. I was like, no, it's funny, you just had to explain it to me. So then I had to go and find the sprites for every single, like, exclamation in the games. Because weirdly enough, I had to find hold it, I think I had objection, take that, and there was one I needed from a game that is like, I think it's one of the Great Ace Attorney games where someone says, like, not so fast or something. And because I needed an S for hold this, And there's no S in objection. There's no S in take that. There's no take in... I was like, oh shit, I need an S. So I basically had all of them and I was like pulling letters from all over. And I was like, oh, they're ever so slightly different colours. And then you fucking put the bar over it and you can't bloody see it. So yeah, I'm quite happy that he's got it as his profile and as his cover picture, which I thought was really sweet. Anyway, right.
All right. This is what I think.
Okay, here we go.
The reason the victim brought the Nikhil.
You're right, Charlie. It was from one of the investigations games. You are correct.
Spare costume to the hotel was.
I want to say it was like a guy with a name like Ling or something. I can't remember. Apparently, he says it because he's like thumbing his nose at like the authority. Right. So the reason that he bought the spare costume. So what was your theory?
Well, we're both in agreement with spreading some dirt.
Yes, but where was he going to do it?
In the ballroom thing,
the thing that Matt said he didn't know about, which would make sense because he wasn't the one who was going to do it. It was going to be Juan Corrida. Remember?
So the press conference.
Yes, that's it. Present that.
What is this? On the night of the murder, after the stage show, the Nickel Samurai was holding a special press conference.
Hold that thought just to everyone in chat. Thank you, I love you.
A press conference?
Well, this is just really, really stupid artist stuff that I know Charlie will definitely get, and anyone else that other artists. My husband is a redhead. Do you know what colour t-shirts / colours are one of the only colours that do not go with his hair and clash horribly, and it's why he doesn't own any t-shirts that colour, and it's fucking red, right? Red doesn't go with ginger hair. He doesn't own any red t-shirts. So the text on Phoenix Wright Bubbles is always red, right? So I was like, I can't put it on a red t-shirt because it'll look like shit. Then I was like, what the fuck do I do? Do I change? Then I've got the hue slider. So I tried changing the hue of the writing and it just felt wrong. You can't have Phoenix Wright lettering that isn't red. It didn't work. So eventually I just was like, oh, fuck this. So I just kept it red and white and just put him in a t-shirt color I knew would look okay. Stupid color wheel. Anyway.
Yes, the Nickel Samurai was supposed to confess something at this conference.
Yes, I heard he was going to confess that he was a big butt and his butt smelled and he liked to sniff his own butt. I heard about this as well. For once, you're not making something up right.
Butt cubed. But what struck me as strange was that Mr. On Guard himself said he had no idea he was supposed to be holding a press conference that night. But how can that be? The way I see it, that can only mean one thing. The conference was set up by none other than the victim, Mr. Juan Corrida himself. The victim? Yes.
Can I point out Adrian Andrews has been there the whole time while we've been ranting?
The spare Nickel Samurai costume was prepared for that very conference, that very press conference that you have a ticket for. Mr. Corrida was going to hold the press conference as the Nickel Samurai. Air quotes.
You called it. You called it, Jen. You got it.
I had my moment. That's my quota for the quarter. He was going to dress up as the Nickel Samurai and hold a conference?
Dun dun dun!
But why would the victim do such a thing? That's something I don't quite know yet, Phoenix, please. However...
because the tea, Your Honor. The spicy hot tea.
What I am concerned with right now is what he intended to reveal at the conference.
The Nickel Samurai was going to confess something. And by confess, I'd wager he was going to reveal something about himself.
Which means that Juan Corrida posing as the Nickel Samurai Mellow.
It's my nickel box. Anyway. Bang.
Was going to speak about Matt On Guard. Yes, I guess that is what it would mean.
But if that's the case, That's not a confession, that's public disclosure. Right, it's just there like, 1 second, gets out a legal dictionary.
Humph in Russian. Ms. Andrews? I can see why you are pros at what you do.
Oh, excuse me.
Pardon me? Yes, just as you say, the press conference was set up by Juan. Ms. Andrews, please offer an explanation for us.
Please.
I was the one, hello Nightbot, I was the one he asked to help set it up.
Oh my god, why didn't you just fucking tell us this?
And the person who prepared the second costume for him, that was also me.
That's how she knew it was in the guitar case.
You? Juan had bet everything on the Jammy Ninja this year. And if he lost the Grand Prix, he was going to make sure Matt was going down with him.
Sugar, we are going down swinging.
That is what he thought anyway. Boom, 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 boom. He was going to ruin him, huh?
Behind closed doors.
It looked like somehow Juan had in his hands a secret so powerful that it would destroy Matt's acting career had it been revealed. What? And do you know what this secret of Mr. Onguard's is, Ms. Andrews? That is something only Juan knew. I don't know what it is. Please ignore this slight smile on my face. I am not faking. Ah, I see.
Ugh.
I have probably been coming off quite suspicious to everyone. But that is to be expected. I have been trying to protect Matt after all.
Do you know, lying under oath has a name? I want to say it's perjury and is actually a crime.
Protect Mr. Onguard?
Why? He's such a numpty.
And yet again, another strange bit of truth comes to light, it seems. Ms. Andrews, if you could please tell us the truth about your behavior.
Ready for another testimony?
Yes, Your Honor. I understand.
Wakarimashita.
Da.
Da.
From the moment I saw the crime scene, I had a feeling that Matt was the murderer, as you say, Judge. Matt had to kill Juan no matter what. And he didn't have an alibi for what he was doing at the time of the murder.
Didn't he?
My thoughts, they were confirmed by the evidence, of course. The button and the knife.
We have one problem here, Jeremy.
But I'm Matt's manager. So I felt that I had to protect him. I am not ignoring you, Claire. I think I know what you are going to say. I wanted to get through this so that we could look at it accordingly in discussion.
Manger.
This does account for everything. Well, I am the logical type, you see.
When I was young, it seemed that life was so wonderful. We're finally seeing her true self. She's more nervous than a scared rabbit.
If the defense can find no fault with this testimony, I am ready to make a ruling.
Your Honor, my kidnapped protege's magic rock said he didn't do it.
Please keep this in mind as you cross-examine Mr. Wright.
Magic rock?
Looks like somehow everything has swung to the opposite end of the scale again. That just means I have to put my weight into this and turn her logic upside down.
Boy, you turn me inside
so Claire, what
out.
were you going to say?
The magic rock thing.
Yeah.
We know Matt didn't kill him.
Yeah.
So okay. So she said, from the moment I saw the crime scene, I had a feeling that Matt was the murderer. You can press on this if you want.
I'd be curious to know why.
Yeah, all right.
Would you say that was your intuition speaking to you? Don't confuse my methods of reasoning with your own.
For instance, I have them and you don't.
If you want to prove that someone did something, you need 3 things. 3 things? A motive,
the hat, the cloak.
A motive, an opportunity to commit the crime, and finally, decisive evidence. Claire has had a flashback to the previous case, and is currently laughing uncontrollably. I am padding for time. And if you think these 3 things through, the answer becomes quite clear.
You should have already known that, Phoenix.
They didn't teach that to us in school. At least, not from what I remember.
You went to theatre school.
And may I continue now?
Sure. So you had to kill one no matter what.
So hang on, I had to kill Juan no matter what because Juan was gonna say something.
Maybe he figured out that he was. I don't think there's much we can glean from this.
And he didn't have an alibi for what he was doing at the time of the murder.
Except we know he wasn't killing him, but yeah, the fact he doesn't have an alibi, fair enough.
But was he not having a nap at the time?
But no one was with him.
But didn't we see the photo of her though?
Yeah, but she couldn't have been with him.
Like there was a screenshot.
She doesn't know she was with him. She wasn't with him at the time Juan was being murdered. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
That would be an alibi. Okay, but press her on this one.
You can hardly call the knife decisive evidence.
Charlie says, Ace Attorney logic is amazing. I can prove this person didn't do it. Oh wow, that's true. Who did do it then? Because if you can't prove who it is, they're still guilty. And part of me is like, that is kind of how it works in the real world too. Sort of, depending on what the evidence is. It's I've been listening to a podcast where people have been like put in prison for like 20 years, not because there was no evidence proving they didn't do it, but just because they never fucking tested it. And every time they tried to get the courts to do it, they were like, why are you flogging a dead horse? And they're like, we're not, we're just saying that maybe you should test this DNA and that proves and exonerates our client.
The fingerprints on the knife could very well be a clever camouflage.
What?
Then what about the button? The button.
You know about the button.
It is clear from the crime scene that the victim and his murderer fought. And during the fight, the killer ripped the button from the jamming ninja's costume.
It ended up in his...
You are talking about this button, correct? That button was found on the pleats of Matt's hakama. Isn't that correct? I would think that makes it very decisive evidence. So fun fact, my parents just walked in on me doing that accent.
Hi, Mrs. Jeraffemy.
And hearing that sentence, it's like they've got no idea what's going on.
I love the fact that she clearly wasn't that bothered because she's just like, okay, and just walked out of the room.
I just heard the door go and saw it just gradually closing.
She said through the door, just looking at you like, all right, at least he's not doing drugs.
So to recap, the fact that the button was found is evidence enough, is what she's saying.
She's saying that whoever killed Juan had to have fought him, and that's when the button was ripped off. Yeah, okay.
Looks like you were outfoxed again, mister, right?
She is quite the fox.
Anyway, the knife doesn't prove anything. Anything.
No.
Please fix your testimony. I can't stand this sight of a man who can't gracefully accept his defeat.
I'm gonna run you over with my car.
What did you say? Sorry, you went really quiet for a second. What did you say?
I was scream laughing because Mia's just there like glaring at you.
Thank goodness Mia can still look at me.
Yeah. With an icy stare, yes. Wait, that was internal monologue. How did you hear that?
Ms. Andrews, for Mr. Wright's sake and for the fact that I can have a sandwich, please add this information to your testimony.
Right.
That
was torn off
button
Juan.
was torn off of Juan during his fight with Matt.
Wait, don't go on anymore.
Holding.
Oh, now I'm just thinking. Hang on. So the knife.
Mm-hmm.
Whose fingerprints are on the knife?
Let us consult the court record if I can. How do I look at something?
There.
On guard's fingerprints.
So that's the knife that was jammed into him, right?
Correct. The one that I didn't see.
The one you didn't see, yeah. But we know if you look at his autopsy, which we should be able to look at as well. There we go. Strangled with the scarf, then stabbed. So he was already dead when he was stabbed.
Where's
so the
the
knife
scarf?
was not. It's around his neck, dude. Look at the crime scene.
Oh. No further questions. Yeah.
The scarf that's around his neck. Yeah. Okay.
I've just not thought about it for so long. I just suddenly thought, where's the scarf?
The cause of death was strangulation. The stab was post-mortem. So we know that the stab didn't kill him because he was already dead. I'm thinking, sorry. This is one of the things where I'm reading what it's saying and it doesn't make sense to me, but I know that when it plays out in the game it will, you know, in this weird backwards way that it does. So
hang on. So the fact that you're focusing on this button thing for a moment. So the button was torn off.
That's what she's saying.
Yeah.
She's saying the button was torn off of Juan during his fight with Matt, right? Now, I don't see how what we need to do refutes that. Does that make sense?
So how do we prove that the button was torn off during the fight and ended up on Matt? I'm saying it to myself just to try and really stick it in my brain.
No, we're not trying to prove that because we're trying to counter that because that's what she's saying.
So we're trying to disprove that.
Yes, and this is what I'm a bit confused about because of what it's telling me to do.
Okay, hang on, let's go back to
the logic. The logic of what it's saying doesn't make sense to me.
And where's the photo again? So the button's missing because the knife is there.
You think?
Well,
I mean, it is stabbed in where the button would be.
Yeah, so I wonder if that's
I mean, I just don't see the logic behind the fact that the knife and the button are connected. Do you know what I mean? Why would they be connected? Oh, I'm such an idiot. I'm an idiot. You don't bleed from strangling. So if there's blood on the button, it must have...
I was going to say, I couldn't... It's true what you said, but it was like in the context of what we've got.
No, well, I mean, you do bleed, but it's like petechial hemorrhaging in your eyes. You don't... There's no cut. There's no... So basically, that button got blood on it from the stab. Does that make sense?
Yes.
So even though you're dead, blood still would have leaked out.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
So, logically, if we know the stab didn't kill him because he was already dead... then this button must have been removed from his costume after he was dead.
Right.
Because there wouldn't have been blood on it otherwise.
Yes.
The blood is from the knife injury, which we know was post-mortem.
Yeah, I forgot that detail, admittedly. Yes.
No,
yes.
I mean, I remembered it and it wasn't helping me, you know?
So strangled and killed, stabbed and bleeding, button is covered in blood, then removed, planted on Matt.
Yeah, he wasn't bleeding because he was dead.
That's what I mean.
Blood
So,
was leaking, as in like because if you get stabbed when you're alive, it kind of gushes out.
Yeah.
But like when you're dead, it just kind of leaks out. So yeah, so I think the way that we would have to prove this is to prove how he died. like to show how he died.
So we need the autopsy report to say he was strangled.
If that's the only thing, if that's what we've got that proves how he died, then yes, we'll present that.
It says strangled with a scarf, then stabbed with a knife, in that order.
Seems to work for me. Let's present it. Sorry, Charlie, this is really annoying for you. It's unusual. This game is one of the only games that I know where I can be reading the guide and still not understand. You know, like, and I'm just like, I need to work this out. What the fuck? I got it.
This is the victim's autopsy report.
Is it updated though?
It clearly states that the cause of death was strangulation by a scarf. Strangulation?
Across the nation.
We don't need no strangulation.
Strangulation.
The knife stab to the victim was done after the victim had already died.
I can't believe I didn't work out the blood couldn't... Oh.
To be fair, like, we've not had to go that deep into the anatomy of things for quite a while.
In fairness to me as well, when I first watched the Game Grumps play this, I could not fucking make any sense of it. I think I was drawing a picture at the same time, so I wasn't, in fairness, giving it full attention. Most games, if you give them half the attention, you can kind of understand. This one, I could not. You know, I could not follow this. Go on, sorry.
And what does that mean?
Good question.
Let's examine the evidence. The button has the victim's blood on it.
Delicious.
Which would mean that it was ripped off of the costume when?
After the knife was stabbed into the victim.
Good job, Eddie. Exactly. Which means it's impossible that this button was torn off during the victim's final struggle. Oh, do the thing, Jeremy. Because the victim was strangled to death in a fight.
Can I point this out? Like, you guys are only getting a square of Jeremy. I've got full landscape Jeremy in the bottom right-hand corner. It's like the whole thing just goes absolutely Technicolor. It's beautiful.
That's right, Ms. Andrews. There is no way this button was ripped off during the struggle. This button was consciously pulled off the victim's already dead body.
Not just a murderer, but a thief too!
Order! Order! What is the meaning?
What is the meaning of this, right? So what if the button was torn off the body after the victim had already died? What does that change?
Hang on, shocked face. Someone just put in the chat and I feel the need to. There we go. Let me ask you one simple question, Mr. Edgeworth.
Later, right?
Why was the button torn off? What purpose did that serve?
What purpose?
Oh, did that year off make you slow? Let's look at it again. We now know this button was not torn off during the fight.
I love bitchy fingers.
So the murderer took the time and effort to purposefully rip this from the victim's body.
That's a good point. Why did they do that?
That would mean that the murderer had something in mind, wouldn't it? Mr. Wright, does this mean... Does this mean you know what the murderer wanted to do with this button? What was it? To have a memento of the crime? To pin the crime? Pin it, literally. On guard? Or to destroy evidence?
Where was the button found? It was found on guard, right?
Yeah, so... it's definitely one of the bottom two, because they're going to have a memento.
Well, we know that On Guard didn't kill him. We know that. So it must have, whoever took it must have put it on Guard.
Yeah,
right?
Because they're trying to frame him, literally.
That's the only one that makes sense, right? Because if it was a memento, they would have kept it.
Agreed.
They didn't destroy it. And it ended up on Matt, so it must be to pin it on Matt.
There is only one logical reason for doing something like that.
Oh, don't bring logic into this.
It was to pin the crime on Mr. On Guard.
That good guy on guard.
There is no way anyone would put a bloody button in their own pants.
Hey, I don't judge what you do at the weekend.
That's right. Mr. On Guard was set up. Oh, crud. By the real killer, of course.
Thank you for letting everyone kind of enjoy that. That was great.
If I can somehow, this is where I need to have like a stream deck so I can hit the button to go back and forth between the two at any given moment.
If you had a stream deck, I would insist that you filled it with like sounds like you're listening to Jeremy and the Felflowne.
You know I would as well, for the record.
Yeah, like normally we just do like voice effects on these, but no, Claire just recorded themselves going Felflowne.
I mean, have you forgotten that you can add to this as well?
To what?
They've forgotten. Perfect.
Oh shit, you're right. Sorry, I forgot.
And the real murder is...
That's supposed to say murderer.
I agree. Well, Mr. Right. Who in the world is the real killer then?
I'm going into space.
Finally.
Endlich.
I can't believe I managed to bring this trial all the way up to this point.
Phoenix, you can't let your guard down yet. Not until the very end.
Wait, as in let my guard down right at the end? What? The real killer is Keith Copping.
Hello, Keith, says Charlie Von Karma.
The person who planned to frame Mr. On Guard is... Oh, we...
Okay, so we have to go to profiles here. Who could it be?
It could potentially be Adrian if she was sick of On Guard.
I can't think of anyone else it could be that makes sense.
So, look, I'm just going to put it out there. The only other person that comes to mind is Will
You
Powers.
are determined to do something with Will Powers here, and it hurts my feelings.
Well, so this is the thing. Look, the only reason I mention this is because it's cool that he is back in everything, and it's kind of like, you know, a fun little callback. But it's just the fact that he's no longer working on his show, and these other two are working on a similar show. And part of me almost wonders if they're trying to do a bait and... Oh, excuse me. They're trying to do a bait and switch, where he was like, I want a job in this, doing these shows again. And I can't stand that guy, really.
I mean, we've just had nothing.
That to be the case. I really
we've
don't
had no
want it.
information implying that he has any kind of
Oh
feelings.
no, I know that.
Them.
I really don't want it to be. I want to make that clear.
Jer wants to be the only giant man in this game. Says Malu. He's saying Jeremy's the murderer.
So I guess we have to go with Adrian.
I think that is. I'm trying to work out why that makes sense.
I mean, it wouldn't have been security lady, age unknown.
Age unknown. Well, we think it was her in the Nickel Samurai costume, right?
That's what we've currently deduced. Yes.
We can't work out anyone else that it could be. Her fingerprints are on that glass of juice at the scene.
She's admitted that.
And she had access to On Guard to plant the button on him. It was pearls the whole time, says Millie.
We also know that she has seemingly touched the guitar case.
We don't know that.
Well,
or she might have put her gloves on to do that.
Yeah. I think we both agree this is kind of the only logical pick at the moment.
Yeah. Let's see what Phoenix
based on everything we currently have, assuming this isn't the end of the case.
this is not the end of the case.
All right, let's do it. Ms. Adrian Andrews. Ruse. I choose you.
Don't say that.
You are Mr. Karida's killer. What? Shatter.
Yeah, bring those glasses back.
Order! Mr. Wright!
You activated my trap card!
This is a very grave matter. Do you have any evidence that supports your charge?
Yeah, do you?
Any evidence? All of the evidence points to Ms. Andrews.
Kinda does. Oh, she got some new ones.
How preposterous. You can't stick any of that on me, Destro. I'm trying to keep the accent. I can't, can I? Would you care to test me? Then, what about this knife? The knife was used to stab the victim after he had already been strangled to death. It was used to throw suspicion onto Mr. On Guard, naturally. A knife covered in the defendant's fingerprints could only have been taken from his room, which is why you were wearing gloves.
At that point, yes.
And the only one who had dinner with him and knew which knife to take was you!
Oh my god. Oh, gosh, she's going to get through a lot of glasses in this case.
Disc. That sponsorship with Specsavers coming in handy. Then, what about the button that was found on Mads Hakama?
Thank you for going through everything in order. It's making it very easy for me.
This button was removed from the victim's body after he had already died.
Ed was just there playing Candy Crush on his phone, waiting for his turn.
The only people who could have done so were the person who found his body or the killer. However, sorry, Judge, that's your line. However, if Mr. On Guard was the real killer...
Good night, Stitch.
Night, Stitch. There is no way he would have put such incriminating evidence in his own Hakama.
Yeah, he's sending Nick nudes. He's like Crowley with his Bentley full of more sunglasses.
The only person who could have put this button into Mr. On Guard's Hakama, I keep changing how I say it every time unintentionally,
Hakama!
Is the person who went to wake him from his nap, which is you yet again, Ms. Andrews.
It's almost like Ms. Andrews is being set up.
I see. But what about the empty guitar case?
Sleep well, Stitch.
All good, Stitch. Hope you're feeling a bit better, though. Much love and get better soon. That is also another piece of evidence that incriminates Ms. Andrews.
Oh, a different picture.
Gasp. The costume was used to hide the real killer's identity as they fled the crime scene.
I still don't understand how she got him to just sit down like that.
Now, who could have known that there was just such a costume in the guitar case? It could only have been the person who prepared the costume for the victim. And that person is you, Ms. Adrian Andrews.
You are the weakest link. Oh, look, she's crying.
No,
But Ms. Andrews' fingerprints were nowhere to be found on the guitar case. And it was you who proved that she was not wearing gloves at the time.
That's right. That's because she did not intend on leaving any prints. If anyone had found out that she had touched the case, they would have asked her why. So to avoid leaving any prints, she used a towel or something else to open it. Exactly what I said! Frickin' said it! Called it!
But that's the thing, she was caught in her own lie. Because she hadn't thought it through. Yeah, well done, Jer.
But the glass of tomato juice, that's a different story.
Tell me the story.
Ms. Andrews purposefully left her fingerprints on the glass to show that Ms. Andrews purposefully left her fingerprints on the glass to show that, yes, indeed, she was the classic dazed discoverer of a dead body. And to
God,
top
so
it
many
all off,
glasses.
there is this photo.
Ah, a Lost of Heart original.
A photo of the killer as they exited the scene of the crime. No reasonable person on Earth can believe the Nickel Samurai is Mr. On Guard.
But this Nickel Samurai.
He would be much too short for his own costume if it was him.
Weird way of saying that, but okay.
Speaking of how tall people are, Ms. Andrews, you're also kind of short in stature, are you not?
I'll kill you.
But please, stop.
Stop lying then.
Well, how about it, Ms. Andrews? I've got her this time. Ms. Andrews? I refuse to testify. What was that? There is a law. There's fucking laws in this universe. You joking?
Is she gonna take the fifth?
It says I can't be forced to testify about something if it can incriminate me.
That's the Fifth Amendment.
Well, yes. You are absolutely correct, Ms. Andrews.
I wasn't expecting legal knowledge in this courtroom.
The law does provide us with a way to avoid self-incrimination.
Across the nation.
By allowing a witness to not testify if the testimony could cause damage to themselves. So you've basically just said, yes, you're fucking on the money, but I'm not going to admit it.
You need to prove it.
What?
I can't believe someone's exercising their amendment rights.
Pleading the fifth is
Yeah,
not
exactly.
something
Charlie's
most
like,
people would
using
think.
the law! Using the law in a courtroom.
Using the law. Using the law. Using the
Let
law.
the topic be the law. Let the topic be the law.
Let the topic be the law!
I saw a Marcus freaking song that was like, it was to the tune of Let the Bodies Hit the Floor, but it was like, Robert, I don't like this rock. Robert, I don't like this rock. It nearly fucking killed me. It was so funny. Okay,
Actually,
back into space.
Thinking back to yesterday in Mr. On Guard's room, flashback.
Oh! Adrian. Wait, now I'm doing Russian. Hang on. Wait. Fuck, you've infected my mind.
Do some German. Count numbers.
1, 2, 3. Adrian Andrews. There we go. Thank you. That did actually help.
Yes?
Think hard about what we just discussed. Understood? Verstanden?
All right. I've lost it now.
What did you discuss?
Oh, yes.
What did you just...
That's it. That's when Francisca planted this idea into her head before she got
Shot.
Yeah, I was gonna say shot.
Wait, what did? She probably told her about pleading the fifth.
Right. But then who attacked Francisca?
Well, we know. The guy told us.
Fair.
Don't try and make mysteries where there aren't any. We've already got enough.
That's when Francisca planted this idea into her head.
To exercise her rights? That monster!
She must have told Ms. Andrews not testify if things looked bad.
Wow, this game loves splitting infinitives. You did a good job proving everything up to this point, Phoenix. But there is still one thing you haven't done.
One.
Just one thing.
No, sorry, I meant WON. Sorry.
Oh, I see. Fuck you, English language.
Something I haven't done?
What's wrong, right? Are you finished already? Run out of evidence?
Why don't you go away for another year?
Maybe I will.
What is so humorous, Mr. Edgeworth?
I'm sure you realise this as well, Your Honour. But everything the good lawyer here has proven up until this point is meaningless.
What?
Oh, we know he's pooped on the stand. Everything you have proven is circumstantial.
Circumstantial? What did I just say? Circumstantial? Staunchal?
You're staunchal.
Circumstantial.
I'm going to send you this letter in an envelope. Mr. Matt Ongar. Yes, circumstantial. You have yet to provide a single piece of definitive proof. Oh. Proof that Ms. Andrews did in fact harbour a wish to murder Mr. Corrida. Stop licking the carpet, you weird animal.
Ms. Andrews, did you want to kill Mr. Corrida? Judge, I think you're gonna find she ain't gonna say shit.
Pleading the fifth.
I believe this may lead to me incriminating myself, so I will abstain from answering. Heh.
You could have just said literally nothing and saved Jeremy's voice.
But, Ms. Andrews...
Stop licking the carpet!
It would be the same as admitting your guilt, don't you think?
No.
Maybe so, or maybe not. There is nothing to prove it either way. Besides, you don't even know what crime I would be guilty of due to my silence.
Racketeering.
No. She's taking that defiant attitude again.
Break her!
Mia, what should we do?
Somehow, we've landed in the worst possible situation.
I think we have reached a certain conclusion at this point in time.
Okay.
Ms. Adrian Andrews has refused to testify.
She pulled a witness Uno reverse card on us.
And the defense's theory that she is the actual murderer has not been fully substantiated with solid, definitive proof. But that's not true. In this situation, there is only one thing the court can do. Rave. And that is to declare a recess because I want my sandwich.
And I want to go and play on the jungle gym.
Recess? I request that both the prosecution and the defense look further into this matter. And at tomorrow's trial...
We can't go into
tomorrow? Flashback. We don't have a tomorrow. If we don't get a not guilty verdict today, then... Please wait, Your Honor.
Not there!
That's not necessary. The trial... Please continue the trial.
We're starting to think this is a kink, Phoenix. What are you sweating for? Your client is getting one more day to live, isn't he?
That's not it. This isn't about that.
Wait, does he know about Maya?
Edgeworth, I know you know who the real killer is.
That's quite a jump.
Please, let the trial continue.
What? Why do we think that Edgeworth knows who it is?
If I don't get the verdict, then Maya...
Huh?
But it's impossible to continue as long as the witness refuses to testify. Now then, this court is...
It is not impossible for this trial to continue.
But Mr. Edgeworth, what are you...
It's true Miss Andrews holds the right against self-incrimination. However, if the topic of conversation were something unrelated to whatever she may be guilty of, then she has no right to withhold testimony. He's rescued our asses like so many times today.
Yes, that is very true, but...
Actually, there is one little thing I'm curious about. Miss Andrews. When you found the victim's dead body, you poured yourself a glass of juice.
Yes, and?
I can't help but think how unnatural that is. Usually when one finds a body, they're shaken up, not stirring a glass of juice. Is that a shaken, not stirred? Fuck you, Edgeworth. Good point, Melly.
So many actions were unusual.
That's just my.
So my actions were unusual. But I have already...
Before you speak, I want to state that if you have a reason behind your actions, I would like you to testify to that effect.
Testify?
Testify? Here? In a courtroom? Are you kidding? Your Honor, I would like to request that the witness testify again as to what happened when she first discovered the victim's body. Whatever we find out in this testimony should in no way implicate the witness. Phoenix is just there like... Marcus the worm face. I don't know what it is about Edgeworth today, but I can't get a good read off of him.
That's because he's been away in Tahiti for a year.
Is he friend or foe? I just don't know. Let's just see how far he'll go.
I'm not going to add to it because I'll ruin it.
Phoenix is like, no!
The court acknowledges the prosecution's request. Ms. Andrews, if you please, because my sandwich clearly has to wait.
Good God. Jeremy, this is a long day.
Right.
This isn't even the last fucking testimony.
Real talk, we could just hit pause now if we want.
No, I don't mind. I'm just letting you know. So so you know, we are currently on the section of testimony called When I Found the Body. The second When I Found the Body. And then after that, we have another one from her. And then it's done. So we have another one after that.
Okay.
But now we are currently in the second When I Found the Body.
All right.
Yeah, the guy on Subway's got the meter running outside.
We'll go for at least a little while longer. If we have to pause, we have to pause. We'll
cool.
we'll see how I feel.
Sure.
That glass of juice, I didn't really pour it for myself. I was surprised when I walked into the room and saw it in that messy state. And Juan, he was sitting slumped over and tired looking in that corner.
And there was no knife in him, so yeah.
And when I saw him sitting like that, the thought that he was dead did not cross my mind.
Sure, buddy.
To be honest, I thought he had just fainted or something. So I went to pour him some juice. When I realized that he was dead, that's when I knocked the vase over. So you poured the glass of juice for the victim. Why didn't you say so in your earlier testimony?
Because then we wouldn't have a game.
I didn't think I needed to include something so trivial.
Please let us be the fucking judge of that. Phoenix, please be careful here. If you can't find anything wrong with this testimony, then there's nothing left.
I know. Edgeworth, what the heck is going on in that brain of yours? Now then, Mr. Wright, you may begin your cross-examination.
Edgeworth's mind is just a constant loop of Mambo number 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Everybody in the house there, come on and jive to the... Anyway. Right, so she didn't pour it for herself. Okay, whatever.
Okay.
She said she poured it for him because she thought he was tired. I was surprised when I walked into the room and saw it in that messy state. Okay, sure. He was sitting slumped over and tired looking in the corner.
Is there any need to press on that?
I don't think so. But I called bullshit on her not realising he was dead. So I think we should, rather than pressing, just show her the crime photo with the knife sticking out of him. So if you present that.
Objection!
So you honestly didn't think he was dead when you found him? No, not at all.
Not at all.
Even though this is what you saw when you discovered the body?
Charlie's like, yeah, I would have fainted too if someone had a knife in me.
Ah. What is the meaning of this? Isn't it obvious, Your Honor? There's a knife sticking straight out of Mr. Karida's chest. Anyone who saw this scene would have immediately thought that here was a dead man.
Anyone who looked at this photo would have immediately seen that knife, right, Jeremy?
That's well, hush. You see, I doubt a single person in the world would mistake this for someone who fainted.
I love how hard it's drilling down on this.
And then so nonchalantly go pour something to drink. Phoenix, shut up. Your point is, Ms. Andrews, your testimony just now, it was all one giant lie.
It's the crime she's trying not to talk about, perjury, because she just keeps doing it.
And your lie has proven one thing very clearly. That you are a shit liar. Oh, I mean, sorry, that you... Oh, hang on, balls there, hang on. Wait. I'm gonna try and time it, hang on. That you are the real killer.
Beautiful. Oh no, she's crying again. Oh god.
No!
Discord protected me from that.
I didn't shout it, to be fair.
No, I just didn't hear it at all.
It looks like the defense has somehow brought the ugly truth to light. The defendant, Mr. Matt On Guard, is not guilty after all. Case closed, thank you.
But who did do it then?
That is impossible. You are wrong. Ms. Andrews, try to have some composure. You fucked up.
Why start now?
It wasn't me. It wasn't me. I can't keep my accent, I tell you.
Wasn't me, I tell you.
It was Matt. I swear it. He was the one who killed Juan.
We know that's not true.
But you were the one who refused to testify.
And really, isn't that the bigger crime? I mean, yeah, he murdered a guy, but you refused to testify. And frankly, that makes you a monster.
And your reason for not doing so was that you might end up incriminating yourself. That is because, Ms. Andrews, I will give you one last chance.
Ooh.
What exactly are you hiding that may incriminate you?
That's not how the fifth works.
I refuse to testify. What has Francisca got on you?
I don't think it's Francisca.
Then
Or it might be. It might be, actually.
There is no need for this court to continue any further. Mr. Matt's... Try that again. Mr. Matt...
The Matt's on guard.
Literally. Mr. Matt On Guard's innocence has been clearly demonstrated.
Okay.
Is it over? Have we found the truth at last?
What's wrong, Phoenix?
Usually the real killer confesses his or her guilt.
I mean, in every game up until now, they've gone a bit crazy and gone, yes, I did it!
And now that I think about it, this is the first time someone hasn't. Now then, I would like to hand down my verdict for Mr. Matt on guard.
Objection!
Is it Edgeworth again? What? Okay. Your Honor.
Edgeworth, buddy, you were doing so well.
Yeah, we'll see what he says. The prosecution feels that it would be premature to pass down a verdict at this time. I literally heard your head just make contact with the microphone there. Oh.
What?
The reason is quite simple. Ooh. This witness has yet to speak the absolute real truth.
The absolute real truth? What are you...
Witness, don't you understand yet?
Huh?
I don't know who planted this silly idea in your head. But as long as you protect yourself through your silence, Matt on guard will go free, and in his place, you will become the guilty party.
That's a lie. I don't believe you.
Oh, you should believe me. What?
I was told if I spoke, then it would be all over, and Matt would never be declared guilty. What in the world is she talking about? Has she lost it?
Hang on, no, I think I'm beginning to work it out.
I can't speak about it. I am too scared.
It's Franziska von Karma.
Huh?
Don't you remember, Phoenix? Miss Andrews lives by gripping tightly onto the words of another. Because she doesn't have the strength to believe in herself.
Then right now, Miss Andrews is...
Yesterday, she was tossed a lifesaver by Ms. von Karma. Don't say a word, no matter what happens. If you do, Matt Ongard will be acquitted. Miss Andrews undyingly believes in those words right now and is clinging onto them.
Then what should we do? This is the first time I've ever come across anything like this.
Down to space.
But Miss Andrews has to be the killer, right? All we have to do now is... Sorry, there were two is and I got really confused.
It's like is and then you said it again.
All we have to do now is get our not guilty. That is my only priority.
Dude, we need to actually find the truth, right?
It wasn't me. I'm begging you. Please believe me. I didn't kill Juan. Help. Please. Someone. Help. Me.
Please.
Mr. Wright. Yes, Your Honor? The court can't continue like this, therefore I would like to hear what you intend to do. What I intend to do? What am I supposed to do? What am I supposed to say?
Right, I suggest you think very carefully about this. Think about what this witness did, or what she did not do. And think about who is the real mastermind behind this crime.
Fake Charlie boy. Dead Mouse, whatever his name was.
What?
The guy on the phone.
The killer?
There you go, that's his name, yeah.
Oh my god, I would have thought you'd remembered because his name is literally Killer, but okay.
No. Who's the real mastermind? Isn't that obvious? There's no one else it could be except for the woman crying over there. Right?
Yeah, she's really got the shit together. Come now, what will you do? What kind of man are you, Mr. Phoenix Wright? Jeremy, I'm not going to tell you what the right answer is.
mean, I hate to say it, Claire, on the basis of what you said earlier, surely it's option 2.
I'm not going to tell you.
Damn it. I mean, look, if I just request a not guilty verdict, I come up as an asshole. But if I force her to testify, I come up as an asshole. So
yeah, but she's gonna think you're an asshole. But honestly, I don't think we were ever gonna come out of this with Adrian Andrews thinking we were cool.
yeah, guess I'm saying force Andrews to testify because there is clearly a big missing piece of the puzzle here. But it's not going to be good. It's not conducive to our primary goal of Maya. Sorry. Force Andrews to testify it is, or should I hit save first? Hang on. In fact, you know, in the interest that we've gone quite long, let me do that. So we're up to that.
You can save midway, can't you? So.
Oh, thank God we're saving over Turnabout Big Top. Good.
Whoa, we're just erasing it from history.
I have to win a complete acquittal today. There's no way around that.
What did you pick? I missed it.
You'll never know. But
we'll soon find out with what happens next.
I can't bring myself to do it like this. Not when she's making a face like that.
So pathetic.
Ms. Andrews, I would like to know what you are really hiding. Mr. Wright, are you sure you know what you're doing? Sure I don't. Mr. Onguard would get an acquittal, but in his place, you would be found guilty. Is this how you really want this trial to end? Be quiet. How dare you? You're trying to trick me.
I'm only going to be a sub for dommy ladies, not you.
That's enough. I commend you for trying, Mr. Edgeworth. However, it is clear that the defense's theory is the truth. You're wrong.
What a shame. I had hoped things wouldn't come to this, however...
Francisca, come here.
Just wheels the hospital back.
Literally.
A whip crack comes from outside.
What is
Wait,
it, Mr.
sorry, one second. Stop it! Okay.
If on your bingo card you had Catcher invades the stream, you have won.
She's looking real pathetic at me right now.
What is it, Mr. Edgeworth?
Ms. Andrews, since you absolutely refused to testify, it falls on my shoulders to disclose this to the court.
Oh? Stop.
What is he gonna do?
Mr. Edgeworth, what?
This witness, how should I put this? She has an illness.
What?
She's got the measles. And because of this illness, she has tried to commit suicide in the past. Wow, getting dirty, Edgeworth.
Stop. Please, stop.
No matter how much you want to hide it, it's no use. I have the evidence right here.
That's...
Just pulls out a piece of paper that just says, she cray-cray on it.
That's the second part of the suicide report. The attempted suicide report.
Oh my god, it's the updated autopsy report of this case. What will you do now, witness? Kill yourself? Whoa, really original. You know what I'm about to do, don't you? No. I will now reveal to the court the true nature of the pitiful woman known as Adrian Andrews.
The secret of her dependent nature? Having other people know about it scares her more than anything else in the world. Noodle Cam.
Stop being a crime.
Please. Please stop. I beg you. If people find out.
I'll be able to get proper treatment and that would suck. Wait. Hang on. What did you just say? What did you just say? Did you just say choose death, you fucking bastard? If you're going to say you choose death, that's no concern to me. By the way, I already said that exact thing in a letter. Edgeworth! That's what he literally wrote in his letter when he disappeared.
Edgeworth, how can you be so cold?
You know. However, before you die, I will pull the truth from your still breathing lips. No matter what I have to do.
Hey, Milo, thank you very much for the raid. Much appreciated.
Can I just point out that in the guide it says Edgeworth will encourage her to testify. That is how the guide puts it. He will encourage her to testify. Hey Milo, hi. I'm like, yeah, because he's being so kind right now. I mean, it doesn't say how he's going to encourage her, but it doesn't really quite imply this.
We are at a very pivotal moment in this part of the case of Ace Attorney at the moment, where Edgeworth is
Jeremy,
about to spill the beans and then the coffee.
I mean, what more can he spill? He's already been absolutely awful about it. Jeremy, by the way, you know that choice, I wouldn't tell you which one was the right answer?
Yeah.
It didn't matter, they were both right. Apparently nothing happens differently. It doesn't matter which one you choose.
Just for that.
You just pause it. If you were above me, it'd be so funny if you just poured it out of shot and it just landed on my head. What's he doing? What's he doing? What's he doing?
Onward.
I mean, he said almost pretty much those words, Charlie. I don't know. So, will you tell the court yourself, or shall I? Either's fine with me.
Please excuse me.
What more dirt have you not said? You've already kind of destroyed the poor woman.
Destro. I need to get this Russian accent. My already poor Russian accent. I need to get it back. I'll talk, but please help me.
With what? My tax return.
Nothing matters anymore.
Anyone can see. Nothing really matters.
My crime.
Edgy's so done with this whole thing. Agreed.
When I first saw him, I really thought he had fainted. Honestly.
Sure, bud.
When I realized he was dead, that was when I formulated my plan. Once I made sure there was no one in the hallway, I made a dash back to Matt's room. And then, I stabbed Juan's dead body with the knife. And I ripped off the button. Just when I finished, and was returning to Matt's room, I had a bit of an inconvenience. And that is why I ended up using the nickel samurai costume.
What was the inconvenience?
Stabbed the body with the knife? But why did you do that? Isn't it obvious? To pin the blame on a certain person. A certain cowardly man. What do you mean by all of this?
It might take this court a little while to understand, but... this is the truth. You're right, we haven't seen a lot of it.
The real killer is Matt, that scumbag of a man. I'll never forgive him. What surfer dude is actually guilty?
We know he didn't kill Juan.
He's trying to escape his guilt again, just like the last time.
The last time?
Last time, excuse me?
That's what? So Ms. Andrews stabbed the victim, Juan Carrida, with the knife in the chest. Sorry, got that the wrong way around. However, she didn't do it with murder in mind. Nani? She did it with the intent of framing Matt on guard for the murder. We knew this. And this is her crime. The framing, I assume.
Okay, so she is saying Matt was the killer.
That's what she's saying.
And she stabbed Juan Corrida to put the blame on Matt Ongard. So to try and...
I think her logic there is to make sure that she thought he'd killed Juan Corrida, but he's got away with doing something awful before, and she was like, not this time, asshole. So she wanted to make it... Yeah.
She's trying to double down on it, basically, in essence.
She's trying to add more evidence, but she's just muddied the waters. Because as we know, there is nothing proving that Matt Ongard killed this guy, and in fact, we know he did not.
What? How is this possible? I mean, wasn't Ms. Andrews supposed to be the real murderer?
Oh my god, Phoenix, catch up. That was like 2 testimonies ago.
Mr. Wright, please get over your shock and commence the cross-examination. Okay. So, when I first saw him, I really thought he had fainted, honest.
Right, well the thing is, she's telling the truth now.
Yeah.
So we can't find anything wrong. But you might as well press with everything, because then we get more text and more interesting stuff.
But you could tell from the state the room was in that there must have been a fight. Are you telling the truth when you say you did not know he was dead? He had a scarf tied around his neck. But that scarf is part, I lost the accent. Accent? What's that?
What's my accent?
Of the Jammin Destro, of the Jammin Ninja's costume. So I didn't think anything about it was strange. His head also tilted down a bit, so I couldn't see his face that well. That's why I thought I'd wake him up and went to pour the juice. When I realized he was dead, that's when I formulated my plan.
Like I said, you might as well press.
What is this plan you had? I knew right away the murderer was Matt. I knew because Juan... He was going to expose Matt's weakest weak point to the world. So Matt did this to stop Juan and silence him for good. That is when I thought, quote, I should forge some evidence and pin the crime on Matt, quote.
So the forged pieces of evidence were the knife and the button.
The first thing that came to mind was to plant the knife.
Right in his heart, lol. Okay.
Once I made sure there was no one in the hallway, I made a dash back to Matt's room. That was so you could get the knife, correct? The knife Matt used at dinner had his fingerprints all over. I thought if I used that, then the police would certainly turn their eyes towards him. Matt was napping, the dick, with his costume on at the time.
What a weirdo.
I slipped in, took the knife, and returned to the scene of the crime. And then I stabbed Juan's dead body with the knife and ripped off the button.
Okay.
So, you were the one to stab the victim with that knife?
Yes.
It gives me goosebumps to think about it now. What a horrible thing I did.
I mean, he was already dead, it's fine.
But at the time, I could not control my own body.
I've heard that before.
It moved on its own.
Sure, honey.
Then, when I stabbed Juan's dead body, I suddenly realized something.
I love stabbing.
If I used the button somehow, I could make Matt look even more suspect.
So you thought to rip one of the buttons off, then plant it in Mr. Ongard's Hakama?
Yes, that is what I planned to do. But things never go smoothly, do they?
Okay.
Just when I finished returning to Matt's room, I was hit by a bit of an inconvenience. Right, what is this inconvenience? An inconvenience?
I was about to say, it's probably Lotter in the hallway.
There was a woman with a camera at the ready, loitering in the hallway.
She's good at loitering.
I'm willing to bet my spikes it was Lotta.
His spikes!
There was also a woman with a ray gun at the ready, pacing back and forth.
I don't think the ray gun was real. I think she just makes a noise and makes out it's real.
That's Ms. Oldbag for you.
She's fucking weird.
I had already been caught and made into a big scoop for a certain weekly tabloid once. So I couldn't very well go out looking like myself and getting caught again. And that is why... Oh, sorry, and that's why I ended up using the nickel samurai costume. Oh, bollocks, I didn't hit press. I didn't hit press on the last one, sorry.
Oh, okay, we'll see what happens.
I don't want to concede, but this testimony, it rings of the truth.
I'm sorry, Phoenix.
No. Please don't apologize to me. We were both taken by surprise.
Still, I'm sorry.
Oh,
okay, you have to press on them all.
Go.
So just quickly go through them.
Right to the button.
You didn't press on any. Oh.
You were the one.
Do you think that'll work?
That was the last one.
I know, but you didn't press on any of the others. Do you think you have to press them on all?
So it was the same testimony.
Okay.
I think it was.
Okay.
You were the one who... Oh, you mean all of them in succession? Okay.
Mm-hmm.
You were the one who prepared the costume, weren't you? Yes. I took it from Global Studios. I also put it into Juan's guitar case the day of the award, the day before the award ceremony.
You did this in preparation for the press conference, correct?
Yes. Juan wanted to wear the costume and hold a press conference in it.
I mean, it's big, but it's not that big. You can't fit a whole press conference in there.
He was going to disclose Matt's big secret there. And what is this secret?
Yeah, what is the secret?
That I do not know. Anyway, I thought that if I were to leave Juan's room in the nickel samurai costume, then people would think that Matt was the real murderer. I was very careful not to leave any fingerprints when I opened the guitar case. I absolutely did not want anyone to know about the costume. I think we've heard enough.
Okay, it worked.
So, after that, you went back to Mr. Orngard's room and planted the button, correct? Into Matsuh Hakama? Yes.
Yes.
After that, I folded up the costume I was wearing and put it into a bag.
In a bag?
Then I snuck it out of the hotel and got rid of it. My word. What does all this mean? Mr. Edgeworth, is it?
You know damn well it is.
The real criminal is Matt Orngard. Yesterday, that woman prosecutor sat me down for a talk. Francisca, huh?
Yep, she's the only female prosecutor we've come across so far.
She said that I should, under no circumstances, confess to what I had done. That if I just kept quiet, then Matt would be found guilty for sure. I had no choice but to believe in her words.
Why?
What this witness has done is clearly unlawful. However, as long as her testimony stands, we can be certain she is not the real killer.
Cool.
Wait, Your Honor, the defense still...
Right. It's pointless. At this point in time, it is not possible to indict Ms. Andrews on anything.
Yes. Exactly. There isn't a single piece of evidence that points to her as the murderer. The cross-examination of this witness is over, and so is today's trial.
Let the friendly examination begin.
You couldn't establish the witness was the culprit. Please let it go, Mr. Wright. But Mr. Edgeworth, please place Ms. Andrews under arrest for more questioning.
Understood, Your Honor. The prosecution will arrange for her detention immediately.
That is all. Court is adjourned for today.
Shit.
Well,
Shit.
Judge is gone.
He's just out of there. He's out your 5,000. He has gone.
He's having his sandwich.
Like his chair, though. Oh, fuck. Oh, fuck.
Today's trial, it's over.
So can I just point out, this sprite for Phoenix has never been used before. This is the first time it's been shown in these games. The guide actually points that out. That this apparently is the first time that this sprite has been used. It wasn't even used in the first game.
Blimey. I didn't win an acquittal.
Witness, would you mind if I asked you something?
Edgeworth?
Everyone else has gone home.
What is it? Can I leave this place now?
No. Before you leave court today, I wondered if I might look at one thing. The card in your hand. It's had my interest for quite some time now. What exactly is it?
Oh, this? Mr. Wright also asked about it. Although, I don't remember at the time what you asked. At the time you asked me about it.
Although I didn't remember.
Take two. Although I didn't remember at the time you asked me about it, Mr. Wright. I remembered just now. I found this in the room on that day. The room?
That day?
Yes. I found this card when I discovered Juan's body. It was lying there right next to him. You found that card next to the victim's body.
Oh my god. This is important, you stupid woman.
I suppose I must have unconsciously slipped it into my pocket. But it is not as if this card has any relevance to Juan's murder, right? Are you kidding me? Yeah, I guess not, but it's still a strange card if you ask me. But as far as a clue to this case, I don't see why...
Oh god! Witness that card. Give it to me. Hurry!
Edgeworth?
Do you have any idea what you have stupidly yet inadvertently done? This. I can't believe you hid this from me all this time.
I didn't mean to.
I mean, she hasn't been hiding it. She's been waving it the whole time. What is this all about?
I've never seen Edgeworth so emotional before.
Well, maybe once.
Is this a calling card? That card. What in the world is it? And what does it mean? To be continued. Well, that's a cliffhanger.
It's such a stupid reason. Oh no.
No spoilers.
No, I've just remembered where Francisca's in hospital. And yes, it's where we've been before.
Oh, that was quite a good round of Ace Attorney, folks. I hope you enjoyed that, because we've certainly had a ball tonight.
That's less laughs than before, but I really did feel that we got to do some proper acting that time.
There was some proper meat in this episode, as it were.
Yeah, my God. I mean, Agent Andrews doesn't quite tip out Eenie Miney as the most annoying witness ever, but like, God, she was giving it a go.
Right, exactly. Well, folks, I think we're going to start to wrap it up there, but this has been another fun stream. As I said, if you want to see a watch party from the Nintendo Direct from yesterday, that being Thursday the 5th of I did say April, that'd be a jump. February. You can watch that right now, and there will be a stream Friday next week. It's currently planned to be Ace Attorney, but if it's not, jet lag.
If it's not, either I'm jet lagged or I'm dead. So,
Jesus Christ.
You know. Jeremy, if I'm not on next week's streams, you need to tell them which one it is. It's not fair to leave them hanging. You have to tell them.
If I name a Pokemon Felflowne, you know what's happened.
Well, I'm dead.
Why is this? This shouldn't be funny. What the hell?
Look, dude, you're not the one who has to possibly be shot out of the sky. So I'm dealing with it the way that I want to. I kept remembering during the stream that I don't just have a fun weekend ahead. I've got to go into town and then go to Edinburgh and then stay at a hotel with people I work with and then get on a plane at 7 o'clock tomorrow morning and then fly to Doha and then spend 4 days in Doha and then fly back and then just go flomp. I'm not going to get to stop moving now until a week from today, you know? So I kept pushing that thought out of my head as soon as I had it and just being like, just enjoy this silly game.
All right,
else you'll cry.
You know what, Claire? I'm gonna say this now. Let's plan for next week to not be Ace Attorney, but if you're game for it, we'll do it, because I feel like you're actually pretty gonna want a rest.
Safe travels. Thank you. I mean, I will probably be fine.
If you are, we'll post a thing like on the story thing on Twitch, and I'll say it's Ace Attorney, but we'll go on the assumption it's not for now, because then I can easily pivot the other way around.
I will do my best to be safe, Charlie, but there is a point sometimes where you're like, I don't really have full control over that. But I mean, I'd like to think that if there was any real danger, Qatari Airways would have just cancelled our flights.
So for what it's worth, Claire, and I'm going to say this to you because I've said this to a few folks before when it comes to like plane travel and such. Because I'm
not scared of flying, by the way.
I know, but it's like,
you've flown with me before.
But it's a sort of case in point in that I've literally flown during a hurricane in America, and my mentality the entire time was, if the plane says they're not taking off, that means it's too dangerous.
Yeah, I trust the pilots.
And this is the thing, and with all the information going around, if they say they're not going to take off, that means something's escalated.
Yeah, and it's a very strange situation to be doing anything in the world, isn't it? Knowing that just like the safety of the free world is down to a bunch of people who couldn't find their arse with both hands and yet somehow could find the nuclear codes with 1 foot, you know? It's a bit scary to be alive, but as I've said to you, Jeremy, it's important reason for going, so... And you know what? It might be nice. It might be fun. I've been given a mission by my mum to find like a traditional like kind of tile, because apparently my stepdad really likes those. So wish me luck with that. And yes, Charlie, I will be as safe as I possibly can. And it's not like I'm going off the face of the earth. They have internet. So
no, exactly. And also either way, Claire, it'll be a new experience for you. So that's exciting in many ways.
Either way, yes, it will be. Yeah, I'm not the kind of person who likes traveling for fun. So I did have a choice. I could have said no to this, but I feel I would not have had good reasons for saying no to it. Do you know what I mean? So, seeing as I'm going anyway, might as well make the most of it.
There you go. And with that in mind, Claire, where can people find you online?
You can find me at my Linktree. I will use it at some point, I promise. You can generally more reliably find me either here on a Friday or in the UCP Discord. Jeremy and I kind of refuse to set up our own Discord server because there is such a thing as diluting people too much, you know? So I occasionally pop into the UCP Discord. You might find me on Cliff streams, just in the chat. You might find me on Matty Boo Twitch's streams. You might follow me on Charlie Von Karma streams. You might find me anywhere there are streams. You might find me on I Am Cheadle screams. Yes, he does scream. I watched him play a horror game the other day, and he did scream in it, so that was fun. But yeah, I'll try always and pop onto friends' streams. So yeah, that's a good place to find me. If you see a Felflowne, I've yet to find anyone who isn't me who is Felflowne, if that makes sense. Jeremy, what about you, sir?
Linktree/Jeraffemy. I mean, that's where you can find me. Whether you'll find me actually active is another question entirely. But
yeah, that is my Linktree. Whether I'm there or not, you know, you're not my dad.
I mean, look, at some point in time, I am going to start trying to use some kind of social thing again. But there is an element just where, like, you know what? I'm existing perfectly fine as I am. Like, if I need to share anything,
it's been 20 years, and I'm not convinced that social media wasn't a mistake. Occasionally, you do get like little gems of things, but then you're just like, ugh.
Yeah, and I worked like balls deep in it for like 10-15 years, so that's also partly why.
His entire meat and two veg was right in there.
Right, exactly. So that's partly why I don't use it that much. But there are still accounts there. So if you ever want to follow me so you can get in contact with me, like that's one way I sometimes tell people is, hey, you can find me on there if you want to get in touch and such. And yes, so as we said, there will be a stream in some form next Friday. Stay tuned to the Twitch stories, and like a day or two before, we'll make it known what the plan is, or day of one or the other. We'll work it. But with that being said, folks, thank you so much for joining us. We are going to go and raid Cliff, who we just mentioned, and whatnot.
Oh, well remembered. Is he still going?
Still going as far as I can see. So we're going to raid Cliff momentarily, and you can tune into the now known
Cliff,
as the...
who was just rebranded.
Indeed, the amazing Cliff as they're now known. Indeed.
He is the amazing Cliff.
Indeed. So we're going to go and raid them. So do enjoy their stream for a little bit. Say hello over there. Check him out. Wonderful lad, by all means.
He's great fun. And he's from the south. Yeah, new name, new Cliff. new Cliff who dis. This guy. Oh my god, imagine his name was New Cliff who dis.
You should suggest that. But,
let's go!
But there you go. So folks,
thank you everyone who hung around in the stream, especially if you've been here the whole time. Even if you haven't been here the whole time, we love you.
Exactly. The fact you're here at all is the best part about it. So thank you so much for giving us a try on your Friday night, folks. Have a lovely weekend. Avoid the rain as best as you can, and we will talk to you very soon. Take care. Love you all. Mwah. Nighty night, and we're gonna go to Cliff in just a few moments. Bye.
Hey. Trust the